Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good to see
Hello.
everybody here. Holy heck. What's this cookie heist going on?
There's a cookie heist going on, yeah.
Oh, as long as nobody touches my cheese, I'm Gucci.
Yes, I'm very protective about that cheese.
Me black cheese.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We all know the truth.
Yeah. So it's been a while, but we're back.
It has been.
It's been way too long.
It's been way too long. Sorry about last week.
Yes.
I had a migraine. Then
Yeah.
Socket had a migraine.
Yeah, we took turns. It was
Yeah,
amazing. We were like tag teaming migraines. Oh my god, the switch is still on. It is working.
I've actually always had stoots. Yeah. It's a little known fact. I wear stoots.
Yeah.
I have in fact. They were part of my original existence. I was born with stoots on. I just normally hide them.
Yeah. Migraine train, do not recommend. Oh, let me put the sound back on. So how's everybody doing? Hopefully migraine free.
The toxic migraine train.
Don't you start.
Worst part is I used to get that stuck in my head when all the drama was going on.
No!
Yeah. Do you ever think that I literally, actually, I cannot think of that many things that are worse than getting that song stuck in your head.
That's
not
really
even
that's
good.
Like, yeah. Oh shit.
And it's awful and just
Mm-hmm.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Stoots. My god, yeah, I love that. Migraines, but very bad fatigue. I'd say that's just as bad, honestly. But on the other hand, at least you can like look around the room without pain, maybe? I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, if you need to dip for a nap, you dip for a nap.
Oh, 1 second. I'm so sorry.
What'd you do?
The library's reminding me.
Oh, your second lot of books.
They're due like on Thursday.
You should have just renewed those at the same time.
I didn't want to because I got like a week extra on them.
That's fair and true. For further fatigue to migraine cause that nausea, yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I get mostly silent migraines, so they're real fun. After this, can I charge my phone and your phone charger?
How badly do you need to?
It's on 12%.
Yes, okay then. But only because mine is on 51% and I feel like I can't be mean to you in
you
public.
can if you just yeah. I'm sorry, I'm very prepared. Sorry that I run late. I've been so fucking busy. I got distracted doing taxes today. Can you believe it?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a fun time of the season.
The funnest part is that Socket actually can't count. So.
No, I can't.
But she still counts better than me. So.
No.
That's why I let her do the taxing.
Yeah. Okay, I'm almost done. But yeah, with silent migraine, so I'm always like, oh, why do I feel so lousy? And I'm like, oh! Oh, wait. Oh god, the BC guy already got back to me.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said it might be a missing postcard.
Oh.
I didn't fill in the address. So
oh, you didn't? Oh, okay. Well, so it's your fault, is what he said.
It's my fault. I made their problem.
What's the PC guy doing working at like 20
Yeah,
past
I know.
8
This is what you get when you buy from small
Tuesday night.
companies.
Just to clarify, I've been looking into learning how to use Unity.
Yeah.
But my PC can't handle it, and since it needs an upgrade anyway, Socket was looking for potentially a new PC. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's what we were doing.
Wait, you forgot to reset the counter. We did. I did forget to reset the counter.
We did forget to reset the counter, but also
so give me a second. I forgot that Sherms looks like this. I couldn't remember what we were doing, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah, maybe this is why. This is secretly why my brain was like, hey, you know what we need? Codeine.
Yeah, legit.
I mean, caffeine. You scrolled past it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing this. So yeah. I'm still not 100%, but you know.
I have no idea. I'm just learning how to use it.
Yeah.
Completely.
I
literally.
Little known secret. I used to be a game designer.
It's quite.
Like, I just can't program. I can't get my head around it. It causes me to panic something wrong.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see if Pocket has the brain space to program.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be too hard in this day and age. Unity wasn't really a thing. I've been taught how to program in C++ and Python. I never want to touch it again in my life. Oh yeah, here's my death count.
It's also Godot. Okay. Let me do one thing. One thing first, and then I will branch out. Because at this point, like I've never done any kind of programming before.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
So I am taking it slow, and I'm working my way through the Unity foundational courses, and then I'll move on from there. I'm at least Unity has rolled back that horrific.
Yeah. Also, is it Godot or is it Godot? Because in my brain I've been pronouncing it as Godot engine.
Well, they might pronounce it Godot, but waiting for Godot is waiting for Godot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The play.
I was thinking, oh no, this entire time I've just been mispronouncing it in my brain.
Oh.
That's what
to be
I meant.
fair, that's like me in that washing up brand.
Yeah.
Like e-cover. Mm-hmm. And everybody like Ecover, and me being like, the fuck are you talking about? Oh, e-cover. Oh. Because, words, right? Yeah. Like, so many words. Yeah. Which in my brain, I don't ever say them. I pronounce them a certain way, and then I hear them out loud, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. And, like, one of the reasons to start with Unity is because the resources that are available. Godot is fine, but it's really for when you already have a background in programming, in my opinion. It's not something that you want to start with if you don't have any experience.
Like, to the point where I'm literally, when I say I'm learning Unity, I literally started with a tutorial that begins with, let's install Unity.
Yeah.
And then they walk you through that.
Yeah. I think you should be right.
I literally only just got to the programming part today, and my PC was like, hey, how about I just take 2 to 8 minutes in between everything you do? It's really difficult to learn stuff.
Yeah. I have a very useful skill. I know how to program in Flash.
Well, yeah, same. Actually, that said.
Yeah.
That is the one thing I've done. Oh, no, wait. I did do some basic programming in my IT A-level.
Yeah.
In Microsoft. With Excel.
Hold on, let me check. This still works.
Basic. Was it Visual Basic? That's what it was, right? Visual Basic?
Yeah,
I have done Visual Basic. Also, I used to edit stuff on GeoCities in HTML.
Yeah, it's about as easy these days.
Oh my god. Also, what was it called? Back when Dreamweaver was still a thing.
Oh,
They also had a little movie maker, like a GIF maker thing, where you could put images in and just animate them into like a little GIF to use on Dreamweaver. What was it called? Fireworks! I was exceptionally proficient in Dreamweaver and Fireworks.
Yeah.
Back when those still existed. And then I learned how to animate in Flash. And I spent a lot of my university degree doing that. Yeah. So I have an extremely invalid set of skill sets. And now I make beautiful animations for the stream.
Yeah, you do.
So I could showcase my latest, greatest creation. We all know it. Press the button, Socketwrench. Thank you.
Suspicious. Soap! 2024. I wonder what we're going to get with this case.
Where's the science? That was the wrong button. You've spoiled it now.
Oh my god! Here's your spoiled season of sussy science.
You used Scratch one time. Was it super effective? Really, you do want to learn it. Mostly decided for it because it's free and never wants money from you ever, and it's easy to run. Yeah. It's a good idea though. It didn't affect your opponent.
Oh no.
That's so bad. I'm so sorry for you.
Oh, we did talk to Shames.
We did talk to Shames, yeah. Please get him to wash. Yeah, this is based on a very specific Sherlock Holmes story.
I don't know it.
Well, yeah, it's called the Red-Headed League, but I can't remember exactly what it's all about.
We're gonna go travel. Move.
I'm gonna open up your phone so I can actually see what percentage it's on.
Once it's like around 30, you can take it off.
No, I don't think I will. I can't remember why Shames's hair is red.
Something about a case, I believe.
Yeah, he was blending in, I think, with those other two red-headed people.
Mm-hmm.
One of whom is Italian and the other one is... maybe French? I forget.
Yeah. Our favorite oh god. What? Wait, this man is taller than Van Zieks? Oh, he's definitely a villain.
Definitely a villain. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's like sloths, they move so slowly, they got moss growing on them. Show's got some strange bacteria in there and hasn't washed it in a while. Oh, like when dogs go pink on their white parts because they lick them and the bacteria gets in there. Yeah. That checks out.
You know what? That is definitely that checks out in my brain.
Or someone suspended him upside down in a toilet.
I'm gonna continue this. Also, it's your turn. Straight in there.
Straight in there. Okay. No fucking pressure. Holy moly. Yeah, I see we're getting good mileage out of that sus icon. Thank you for suggesting it. I can't do it. Here's the final draft of the opening address for tomorrow's proceedings. I've supplemented your original with the figures you asked for from the yard.
Is it just me, or does he hold his arms kind of strangely?
He does. He's kind of... It's like he wants to T-pose. Or maybe he did that thing where you press your arms against like the door frame and then you walk forward and you can't hold your arms down because... And he's kind of just...
Yeah.
Hovering there.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Or maybe he's a dainty ballerina and this is his pretty pose. Isn't he kind of in first position a little bit, sort of? I don't know. Falling backwards but got frozen. Yeah, that checks. I see. Excellent work, thank you! You're welcome, my lord. I can't get over how different the poor man was in the animation.
Yes!
I'm just like, oh, I've done this.
He just sounds perfectly pleasant. No. What's Lord Van Zieks doing here?
My, there seems to be an awful lot of tension in the air, wouldn't you say?
No, that's why he's standing like that.
Yeah, he's just tense.
Uh-huh.
Look at him. Look at his pretty feet. He's in first position.
This place is... Is it stifling or stifling?
Stifling.
It's stifling.
Yeah.
I always want to say stifling, but it sounds
well,
like... Anyway, stifling enough as it is. Yes, shut the fuck up. We really don't need any more tension. I don't need to rotate.
Oh no!
What's terrifying? It's like...
Personal space!
Also, like, he just, like, rotated to the spot and then teleported over. Oh, I forgot my tea. Hold up. Hold up. I need to go get my tea.
I'm so threatened.
That was definitely, like... Both of them as well.
Cutscene Van Zieks can't hurt you. Doesn't exist. There's a sliding hill mod, like a Silent Hill, but like sliding.
Oh my god, I don't know.
Because I was gonna say it does feel like that was like a horror game thing.
Yeah, legit.
You're minding your own business, and something is like.
God, I'm not sure if that's actually Van Zieks. I think it might be an imposter.
Do you reckon?
So if there are shuffling noises,
Sus.
moving.
They don't have
cups.
walk animations. They just slide.
Yeah. It feels
Feel
kind of
like
like
that-
original of Silent Hill.
I've never played it.
Nope. You should make you. I should make you watch. I mean, play horror games. I've been kind of wondering about starting some horror games. It kind of clashes with the rest of our channel. But you know,
I guess we could do.
once we get that new PC of yours, we might actually be able to play some games. Holy shit! Think about that. Holy crap!
But then you will in fact make me play all the games.
Yeah.
And I'm really good with horror games.
I can play too. I can just.
That's true. You can
My
use my PC.
wireless
Oh my
keyboard.
Wow, yes. That's exciting.
Dredge.
Which one's Dredge?
I don't know Dredge. Hold on.
I've heard of it.
Hold on. I gotta look up.
Socket is looking it up.
I would make her play Subnautica, but I think she'll actually get nightmare.
Yeah, I do not like underwater things.
Dredge!
Oh, Dredge! Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that game!
Mm-hmm.
That looked real fun. I've only seen the really early demo of it. Yes. Oh, wrong screen. Anyway, sorry, let's You can do it.
My apologies. I didn't notice you come in. Your small stature and dark dress make you all but invisible to me.
Well, why is it suddenly getting rude?
Everyone's just like...
What's this?
Also, yeah, the hotel as well. They were like, why are you always wearing black? It makes you look suspicious. Like, literally, what the... Black is not a weird colour, guys.
You know, I just just noticed that those things in the middle of his outfit kind of they look like clock hands.
Yeah, like the
hands.
Do they look like hands, or do they kind of look like pendulums?
Yeah, I guess both. But I was thinking hands, but you know,
The ones that go around and point at the hour hand and the minute hand. Yeah, hands.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of do, don't they?
And then his coat has very much like
they look like the Roman numeral 2, right?
Mm-hmm. I've never noticed before.
No, well, I only just noticed the Roman numeral thing when you were talking about the clock hands. And he's got a little crown on his...
Yeah. Oh, no. It's entirely my fault for wearing black, I'm sure.
Does that make him a 2-timer?
Oh.
But that's really funny.
From now on, you must dress in white from head to toe whenever you come here.
Please don't. Now then, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, my lord. I'm right here.
The less funny it is, the funnier it is.
Kill me now.
There's something wrong. Perhaps it's a little too hot in here for you.
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, I've never experienced a room at such a perfect temperature.
If you're sure, the beads of sweat carving their way down your face seem to suggest otherwise.
Because of the daggers you're staring at me with, mainly.
As you're no doubt aware, my International Forensic Science Symposium begins tomorrow.
I forgot VillainCon was about to start.
VillainCon is about to start, and this man's got the toilet handle flusher handle thing for you. Oh, the wearing black joke is the least funny to you.
Oh yeah, no, it is true.
Yeah,
it is.
no,
I agree.
it's like it feels like that was something that potentially worked in the original language, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that just translates badly, but maybe I'm giving it too much credit.
Yeah.
It's just really not funny.
Yeah.
Also because so many people wear black, I don't get it. Zieks is also wearing mostly black too.
Yeah, but
Whereas-
he wears white gloves and therefore he is visible.
Oh no, only his hands.
He doesn't. He also like he has white on the chest part. Too.
Yeah, he does. So his hands and his titties are visible to Strongheart, which I guess is all that matters. Dude even looks like a villain at that angle. Yeah, he really does. He really does. This man, if this was Pokemon, this man would be on the cover and he would be the villain.
Yeah.
In fact, your father arrived in London earlier today, I hear, madam.
Oh, yes, that's right, my lord. He's extremely honoured to have been invited.
Do not forget the hot judge.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe they were originally doing a joke about ninjas, which came from stagehands and plays. That's actually a good point.
Oh.
Yeah, like kabuki theatre and stuff. Often if you
Yeah.
wear black, you don't... And
Yeah.
you're not visible.
Yeah.
So maybe it is
Yeah.
actually a joke that just doesn't
That
translate
is
well.
a really good point. I hadn't thought about, but yeah.
Because maybe Zieks isn't wearing black. Maybe it's just a really dark navy.
I think it's actually supposed to be a fairly dark navy. I think the concept art says something about that.
I just love that it's so sculpted you can see his titty.
Yeah, I'm like, man, that looks uncomfortable.
It does look uncomfortable. Imagine he just bends down and all his seams just go...
Oh, the one that he was standing like that with his arms. If he moves his
so
arms too
genuinely,
much,
I think it's just poor tailoring. We've all been there. You know, you make yourself a shirt and you've made the armholes too small and now you're T-posing. Maybe that's just me. I'll leave the remaining preparations for the meeting room in your capable hands then, Lord Zieks.
I mean, he kind of looks like the Team Flare guy too. This doesn't help matters. They could be related. If we paint him ginger, the resemblance is uncanny. Because... yes.
Enjoy your free lap. I will attend at once. Oh,
don't look at us. Whoa. Oh.
It got even warmer in here. Oh, it got colder.
According to this is she's just.
Right. He gave you a very cold stare as he left, didn't he?
That's just his resting face.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but I haven't done anything. Have I?
These past few days, my feet have barely touched the ground, I must say. My dedicated right hand of many years was...
That's enough. He's referring to what's her face.
I'm pretty sure he's referring to Dr. Reaper.
It's one way to call it.
But I don't... Mrs. Palm and her 5 lovely daughters will step in to take over, I'm sure. I just... I'll try that again. My dedicated right hand of many years was recently put out of action in spectacular fashion.
Sorry for the accident. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is your left hand still of service? Wow! This is so going.
I just need to spare a second, but he's been floating ominously in his evil wizard clock tower, which is stellar. But yeah, no, right, yeah. Mr. Naruhodo, he's talking about Dr. Scythe.
Ah, of course. I'm terribly sorry about that. I was just,
Fear not, you've done nothing wrong. Dr. Scythe's own wrongdoing precipitated the situation. Try not to die so soon after your migraines. We're fine. We're fine. What's a little choking to death between friends? You needn't concern yourself with it any further.
That would be a lot easier to do if it weren't for the piercing stare you're giving me.
Lord Van Zieks is doing an admirable job of holding the fort. Though disturbingly, his apprentice has been missing since yesterday.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about that
too. Missing?
What's become of Kazuma-sama now?
He's gone rogue!
Oh.
Wait,
We can run away! Quick!
He's staring at us. Let's just have a look around. Just sitting behind that desk must make you feel so important, don't you think?
Would you like to have an office like this, Mr. Naruhodo? With such a grand desk?
Who? Me? No, I don't think so.
Oh?
Well, imagine if you suddenly found yourself needing a
that's
toilet. You'd have so far to go!
How true. Perhaps the important people who work in ostentatious offices like this haven't considered such things.
Yeah. I'm going to take that as a compliment. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna check all this.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna be the same.
The Forensic Science Symposium.
Not long ago, visitor numbers to the Great Exhibition exceeded 30 million.
30 million? Are there even that many people in the world?
As a comparison, Mr. Naruhodo, the population of the imperial capital Tokyo is 2 million.
I will be opening the International Forensic Science... International Forensic Science Symposium in the exhibition's main auditorium, probably?
Sorry. Woohoo!
Context clues, my friend. Context clues.
He's not here. Or he might be one of
He
those
might
suits
well
farmer.
be.
Oh, he would be as well.
This event has been 2 years in the making. 2 years of preparations and negotiations with other countries. Put the Tamagotchi down.
Wow, that's the opposite of what I'm trying to do, but go off, I guess. It sounds like a tremendous achievement. Congratulations!
The 20th century will seal the wholesale adoption of forensic investigation techniques. Well, he's not wrong.
No, sorry for the bleeping.
Stereo bleeping. And cooperation between policing organizations around the globe will be essential. Which is why this landmark first symposium. Those birds are inside.
Yes, have you never noticed it before?
No, I always assumed they were outside the window somehow. But no, they actually go in front of the window.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
There must be so much poop in here. So
Yeah.
much poop.
Yes.
This landmark first symposium had to be hosted here at the heart of our great British Empire. In order that Scotland Yard can become the leading investigative organisation in the New World. Ask me how that's going.
It's the same as ever, I see. That passion of his is quite something.
Hey, Dio.
Hello, hello.
You're every bit as passionate in your own way, I'm sure, Mr. Naruhodo.
Well, unlike Strongheart, we still have our right hand.
Yeah, we do. It's true. Good job, us. That's why he's hiding it behind his back, I assume. Just gone off. I'm the only person in this country who truly cares about a future that embraces forensic science. I don't think so. I think Sholmes actually cares about it almost as much as you do,
If not more.
if not more. It was my intention to become Her Majesty's Attorney General and reform the Yard from the ground up. So the disgrace of the forensic investigation team has been a bitter blow to my ambitions.
Yeah, but the problem with Sholmes is that he cannot be governed.
No, that is true,
There's a bit of a problem for these people, I think.
Yeah, quite. If anybody would be like, hey, by the way, I think Sholmes also cares about forensics, he'd be like, I am the only person that matters! But yeah. Welcome back with tea and biscuits. Did I also say heyo, Dio?
You did.
Did I?
You did.
Did I?
Yes.
I have no memory of this.
Good memory. Very good. You also haven't read the sentence yet, in case you have forgotten.
I hadn't forgotten that. Thank you, though. I first established. That's not how it's. If it helps any, my right ear is doing that weird thing where it kind of sounds a bit like a kazoo. So this guy's voice is doing my head in. I'm distracted. Every time I talk, my right ear's like, hi, I'm a kazoo now. Woo woo woo, toot toot. I did.
Chat, she won't get this checked out.
Yeah. It only happens sometimes, so.
Go shame her. Don't give me that look.
Nobody looks at kobold ears.
Because they're so big.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
What am I supposed to do? Walk into the doctor's office and go, hi, toot toot, I'm a kazoo.
that will definitely get you seen.
I think it will. Possibly in the wrong department. Yeah, yes, do it. I don't want to. I first established the forensic investigation team a year ago, experimentally to start with. With Dr. Scythe at the helm, it was steadily accruing an impressive record of achievement.
Yeah, about that. I wonder what happened to the child.
I think there was still a father in the picture, as far as I'm aware.
You think?
I think so, yeah.
Do you think the father is Strongheart?
I don't want to think that.
You don't want to think about this man having offspring.
It's not the offspring that I'm having a problem thinking about.
I wonder, like, do you think this man has a fandom? I mean,
Very
most
likely.
characters will do.
I think very
But at
much.
the same time...
Yeah, no, he will definitely have a fandom. Yeah, he will. Yeah. Oh, I can guarantee it. But you couldn't pay me to look that up. It's bad enough the mental images
Chat
I
can
have
do
right
it.
now. Whew. Don't do it, chat. Don't do it. I was on the verge of changing its name and elevating its status to a full-blown forensic investigation department.
I'm just always surprised that, like, Van Zieks is more popular. He's not that popular.
You're not.
No.
Well, it's because he's too nice.
And can you not do that now?
You've got to voice him like a blowbow and then people love him. It's a trick. Yeah. Obviously, nobody wants to hear anything about it at the moment. Even I can't keep this story out of the papers. 6 million Londoners will be cursing forensic science now. Only about 4 of them will be on the jury, though. So it's okay. This incident will set back our country's advancement in the field by a good 10 years, I'd say. Well, maybe then you shouldn't have let Dr. Scythe take the fall.
Yeah. Unintended.
Has that occurred to you?
Yeah, I read that there's unintended repercussions of our trial, and I'm sticking to it.
Is a repercussion when, like, you hit him over the head, Van Zieks,
Yeah.
with his own bottle.
Oh,
And he
yeah.
gets all dazed and can't work out where he is.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Hmm.
Was it that we were discussing whether or not, like, Strongheart gets a lot of
Fandom
Content.
action content.
I hope the judge does.
Wait. A repercussion is what happens when Van Zieks twats somebody over the head with his bottle when he throws it into the
You're right.
the
Yeah, like
the
it's my brain. The
stand?
gallows. Yeah, no, I think it's the stand, isn't it?
is it the stand?
I think it might be.
Is it the stand or is it like the
Oh,
public gallery?
I don't know, man.
Anyway, it's when he hits somebody over the head with his bottle
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
old Bailey, yes.
Yeah.
We simply couldn't have overlooked what had happened, though. She did kill a man. Of course not. We should all be grateful to you both. Gallery? Is it gallery? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyway, I'll still reform this country's policing when I become Attorney General. I mean, this might delay my plans, but it won't alter them. Nothing will stand in my way. I mean, hello?
The missing apprentice.
I think I might be adding more to this character than is strictly indicated by the script. Going off piste a little bit.
The house is new. About Lord Van Zieks' apprentice.
Ah, yes, that came as a surprise to me. I must say that you and he are old friends.
That's a load of shit, Strongheart. Legitimately.
Bull
No!
caca. It would be funny if he doesn't turn out to be evil and we've
Yeah,
just been maligning
legitimately.
him this whole time.
That would actually delight me.
It basically just means that he's just got really awkward mannerisms, you know? He's just like, haha, yes, I'm so excited at the thought of becoming Attorney General.
I'm not going to abuse this power of bad at all.
No, of course not. Why on earth would you think so? What a funny joke! Yes, me, I've laughed like this since I was a little boy. Nanny used to love it.
So, how did he become an apprentice to Lord Van Zieks in the first place?
It came about 3 months ago. An unidentified Asian man was apprehended by border police.
How did he even get here? Like, the man was suffering from amnesia, got lost in Hong Kong. Was it Hong Kong?
A knee capture. Singapore, wasn't it? Or was it Hong Kong?
No, it might have been Singapore. I don't remember.
Shanghai?
But I think it might have been Shanghai.
It's bothersome that I've forgotten which one it was.
I think about Port City, so my brain instantly goes to Hong Kong. But I think it's Shanghai.
It could have been Shanghai. I don't remember. But okay, but when he yelled at us because we didn't know what Kazuma's real mission was here. Yeah, like, right? Like,
yeah, it's Sir.
Sir. It's like you never saw this man's face, I guess. They found him hiding aboard a large goods vessel.
Oh my. So he stowed away to get here.
Should have worn black.
Yeah,
Nobody would have seen him.
Sholmes did say, I think last time, that he had him smuggled off the ship, and then when he went to go and get him, he disappeared. So he just sort of got up and wandered off. I think, approximately, give or take. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened. I think.
I can't remember. It's been so long. Until we loaded up Sholmes at the beginning of the case, I literally had no idea where we even finished.
Oh.
Like, I couldn't remember what had happened at all.
No.
Other than the distressing waxwork situation.
Aye.
But of course, this is the problem with great detectives. They are wont to lie. He had no papers to identify him, no passport, and he was suffering from amnesia too. Other than the fact that he was clearly of Eastern descent, there were no clues as to who he was. So I decided to assign him to Lord Van Zieks. That way I could keep an eye on him. That's what we do with random Asian stowaways of unknown provenance. We give them to barons as law apprentices in this country. That's definitely... What? What?
Come on, mate!
Am I really supposed to believe this shit?
I was also imagine being Van Zieks.
Yeah.
Oh, we found a stray Asian man again. Here you go.
Yeah, we found this random stray Asian man at the port. Here.
Train him to become a lawyer.
You can call him Spot. Yeah.
Yeah, cloak and mask because now we can't have his identity out there.
God forbid that somebody who recognizes him help him cure him of his amnesia. Who coincidentally has a brother killed by the boy's father. Yeah.
But then why the mask? Hey,
Yeah,
Rena
City actually asking a good question for a change.
Whoa!
Van Zieks is a long-suffering foster lawyer. Yeah. Do you think he got paid quite well for that? You know, fostering random stowaways from miscellaneous countries is what funds his artisanal chalice addiction.
But this keeps on getting better.
I didn't want to burden. I'm so sorry, I'm getting there. I didn't want to burden Lord Van Zieks with tiresome explanations about why he had an Eastern apprentice.
This also means that Kazuma speaks basically completely accentless English. No accent whatsoever.
No.
Give it to him, yeah, exactly. It's like,
Yeah, let's give this random guy to this baron and mask him up because that guy hates people that look like him. Right? Like, why do this? What?
because it would be so much easier to explain why he was wearing a mask. Yeah, Rinosuke.
He's proving to be a great help to Lord Van Zieks. I have high hopes for his future, except he's going off!
By the way, do you know where he's gone?
Not a clue, old chap. What? I was joking. No idea, but I believe he's left London for the time being.
What do you base that on? Like, oh, he's missing, must be out of London because we know our drones would tell us otherwise. What is going on?
Oh. I take it you also didn't know that the man's father was one of our country's most infamous criminals. I mean,
So hold up, like, how did he find out that it was? He must have known it was Kazuma. This entire
all
conversation.
Van Zieks has told him, of course. Like, hey, by the way, that apprentice you gave me, the one in the convenient cloak and mask, did you know his daddy's the one who killed my brother? Or was I just supposed to find that out myself? Asking for a friend. You know, like... What is this? Hi, Ayosi and Stray. Welcome.
He must have gone through so many bottles that night, yeah. Oh, also many chalices.
Oh. Oh. I've done this one. You brought hazelnut snap. Excellent!
Genshin Asogi.
This made it quite an impact.
Kazuma fathers
I
his
made that
crimes.
joke already.
What we learned from that trial 8 days ago was a huge shock. Finding out my friend's father was...
Ah yes, Genshin Asogi. The Professor case 10 years ago caused a great stir here in Britain.
They were such awful murders and unprecedented, using a ferocious dog as a murder weapon.
I hope that we find out, like... Okay, do you think, like, the dog is related to the puppy that, like, Gina picks up at this point? I'm, like, half prepared for, like, some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, at this point, you know what? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't think any of us know what's going on, Goose, don't worry. The true answer is we didn't want to make any more character models, so we made up this elaborate nonsense to justify Kazuma coming back again. Yeah.
Yeah.
The dog is going to defend its father in court. Exactly, yeah. The dog's going to prove that its father and Kazuma's father were somehow set up.
Yeah. I mean, we also don't know who shot Kazuma's dad.
That is true.
Because
I assume...
we still don't know who shot... Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's this guy. I think...
Strongheart. Yeah.
I think Kazuma's dad was set up.
Yeah.
I don't think he did it.
No.
Because I feel like that's the twist that we're going for here, potentially.
Yeah.
And Kazuma's here to, like, prove his dad's innocence, potentially.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
Or because, like, something's fishy.
Yeah.
Or, like, I don't know, his dad maybe sent him a letter or something. Maybe there's a gun in his toilet handle. I think you might be right.
Do you think at some point in the game we're going to tell, like, you know, about Daddy is dead?
No, I don't think Iris needs to know that her dad's dead. Is Daddy dead?
Anyway.
What does the defense say? Not guilty! And no one would have believed the culprit was a foreign student invited to study here by the government. So the true identity of the killer couldn't be made public then and can't be made public now.
Which is why we left it in a public place for everybody to see.
Which is why we shot the jury.
It's okay, everybody had to go.
Had they though? Had they though? The dog's in the place of the cat at the table meme. Yo! My god. Don't tell me the sword we were carrying for ages was the weapon that killed Van Zieks' brother. Not unless the sword is a dog. Or the dog was extremely talented.
But yeah, Ghastly goes. Yeah, goes,
Yes.
that's why.
Yeah. He has a problem because I think he trusted
Yeah,
him.
he
I
also
think-
liked him by
Yeah,
the sound of it.
Th-
He was,
from what I can tell, they
yeah.
were kind of like, I know, not like friends, but he
Yeah.
respected him.
Yeah, he respected
And
him.
then he was like, oh, you did, yeah. Because, yeah. See, this is the thing. I had a step-grandmother one time who said, like, she was burgled by a black man one time. So she couldn't stand them. She was phenomenally racist. So was my grandfather. They said some extremely awful things very loudly in restaurants. It was just so gross, you know, in that way that those people also are like unrepentant like that. And if you say anything, they will say it louder and they will say it worse. But yeah, so my uncle was like, well, it's just as well that you weren't mugged by a white man then, wasn't it? Or you'd be in trouble. And she was just like, oh, well, I never, oh, well, oh, no. And then she just never really spoke to him again. But it's like, yeah, it's it's really not a great argument, is it? Yeah, my uncle was pretty good at comebacks, honestly. Like, yeah, I've kept that one in my back pocket for future use potentially, because it's just like, yeah, okay, right. That's not really the excuse now, is it? That's just a convenient. Anyway. Your grandma was also really racist. It's so unpleasant when, like, it. I'm not gonna say that it's okay to be quietly racist, but I wish they would just be really quietly racist instead of just really, really loudly racist, using really offensive words in public, rather than just, you know, just keep that shit to yourself. They're people. I don't want to hear it. If you feel like that, just go and fuck off into the sun. Your grandparents are every type of Eastern-phobic. Yeah, honestly. All my grandparents, including the step-grandmother, are dead, so I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, I don't know what mine are like, because either I never got to meet them or they're dead now.
Yeah. Well, I do know that at least one of my grandmothers very much didn't like the lady liking ladies situation. But she also didn't like women.
No, she hated women.
She really hated women.
Yeah.
Full stop. To the point where, as my mum was saying the other day, she wouldn't even have female pets. Because she just liked boy pets. She liked to be surrounded by her boys. Luckily, she only ever had sons. So she just had all sons. Her husband died quite early on.
Yeah.
Mysteriously. And, yeah. So that's great. They won't be openly transphobic in front of you. They'll say all sorts of rubbish about women or black people or gay people, but nothing transphobic. Well, that's polite of them, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she always refused to come with you at your confirmation party because you were going to your favorite Italian restaurant. Ooh, that is extreme.
Oh my god.
What was Oh my god. Oh yeah, like there was one time one of my best friends back in primary school was a Japanese girl. And like we were really, really close. She lived really nearby and we did so much stuff together. And my grandfather was like, oh yeah, you can come and visit me and you should bring a friend. So I drew a picture of me and my friend Maho. And I was just like, yay, I'm gonna bring Maho Honda. Anyway, it's very fine to say her name because, come on, it's Honda. Everybody's called Honda. That's like saying my friend, Jane Smith. But like, mysteriously the friend offer was rescinded after they got the letter with the picture of me and my friend Maho.
What? What?
She was brown. They were like, we actually don't have room. Sorry, bye. Yeah. They don't say homophobic stuff in front of your bi cousins, so you assume they're openly transphobic when you're not there. Well, I mean, I think it's quite reasonable to assume that anybody who's that kind of phobic is just going to be anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. My grandmother did not have the compunction to not say anything.
No.
In front of me. She was, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, my family is pretty alright, actually, all things considered.
Actually, the ones that are left, on the whole,
Actually, the nice ones died.
Yeah, that's true. No, I was gonna say the ones that are left on the whole don't think they say anything to your face anyway.
No, they just whine, and that I don't talk to them enough.
But they've become a lot better about saying nasty things to people. About people, sorry. After I taught you the could you please explain the joke? I don't understand it. I'm sorry, trick. Because that's a really fun one that I found works quite well. Because my dad is like ridiculously sexist. Like at one point he got brought into, HR for harassing his female co-worker, and he doesn't understand. Men just aren't allowed to do anything anymore. I'm like, she was young, she was attractive. He was definitely being inappropriate. You could just know with him.
I've met the man.
Yeah, he's anyway.
He's one of those guys that you want to be actively unattractive around.
Yeah. Yeah, so then he'll judge you for being disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you mean he used to constantly compare me to his girlfriends and tell me how much thinner his girlfriends' waists were than mine and everything. And all that
Am I right?
When I was a little bitty kobold. He also used to tell me all about the stuff he got to do in bed with his girlfriends, and I think I was about 14 at the time. So that's just yay. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, him. It's really useful, the trick. I'm really sorry, I don't understand the joke. Can you explain it to me? I think I missed it.
Yeah.
Just really sincere. Just big wide eyes. I'm really sorry. I don't understand the joke. Why are we laughing? It's a good trick. It's a good trick. Anyway, yeah, I like women. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, anyway. So, the awkwardness is wonderful. He stopped talking to me really about anything like that now. Because he knows I won't get it. Because I'm one of those wokies! Oh, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, he's also stopped whining about the woke.
He has stopped whining about the woke. But he does still whine about fat people on television.
God. He's fat himself, man.
I know, yes he is, yeah. But fat women on television. He thinks fat women shouldn't be allowed to exist. Essentially. Oh, you've met him, Goose. Isn't he lovely? He's quite good at pretending to be a normal human being in public, which is weird because he had a kobold for a child, so.
Best not to ask.
He's yeah. He can be fine, and then he can be really weird. There's like two different. Anyway, if your dad ever tries to contact you, you should just lie and say you're gay or something. That'll throw him off. Yeah, lying is good.
Meanwhile, I'm sat here with like, I thought my dad was going to be really closed-minded, and then I brought Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, as a roofie along. I find out my dad was super into drag queens.
Oh my God,
I was like, what?
But now, actually thinking about your dad, that doesn't surprise me that much. I just remember my mother went on a first date with a man when I was younger, after my parents got divorced.
Yeah.
And she was like, but the problem is, the movie we chose was Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and I do not think that is appropriate! And I was just like, at the time, I actually genuinely thought it was like a horror movie, like some kind of scorpion queen type thing. Like a bit like The Mummy. And I was just like, well, I don't really see the thing. And then like years later, you were like, oh yeah, we should watch that. And I was like, wait, this is about like Hugo Weaving and drag queens.
Yes.
And it's a delight. And then I was like, why did my mother think this wasn't appropriate? It's a fun romp. Huh?
Yeah.
And that's how I learned. Well, it's not actually how I learned that my mum is extremely bigoted. That's a story for a different time.
How did we even get here? Conversational-wise?
I don't remember. How did we get here?
Also, you should charge your phone.
It's on 58%. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, do tell. No, honestly, it's very boring. I said that I had a girlfriend, and she didn't like that.
No, she didn't.
She didn't.
So she made your life hell for many years.
She made my life hell. Told me that she wished that when other people, like her friends, asked how I was doing, that she didn't have to tell them that I was like gay, And
Yeah.
she wished that she could just tell them something that would be that would make her proud of me. I forget. If other people have much worse experiences.
You know,
So-
when you hear those fun stories on Reddit about terrible parents, like her mom kind of fits in as, you know.
Oh my god, those are usually worse.
Yeah.
It's fine. Zieks being a racist because supposedly a Japanese person killed his brother. That's why.
Yeah.
Family.
Family.
Family
Right?
stuff. Family stuff.
Say the lie.
I mean, how's she doing? She's gay! Isn't how that conversation should go, really. No, I know.
That's the only thing she could think
Mhm.
of, really. Though, like, your entire defining.
Yeah. No, quite, exactly. Well, never mind that at the time, one of her friends, their son, had an active drug problem.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, she's got 2 friends whose sons had active drug problems.
Yeah.
So at the time that I had the audacity to be gay.
Yeah.
One of them was stealing money from his parents
Mhm.
and kept disappearing and living out on the streets and just doing drugs and then breaking back into their house and stealing money
Mm-hmm.
and eventually jumped off the roof of a car park.
That's quite tragic, really.
Yeah. But that's not as bad as being gay. And the other one was at university. I think he was doing engineering or something. He was on stuff. So many things. They couldn't actually... There was just a big list of things.
Mhm.
He fell out of the window of his apartment and had permanent brain damage to the point where he is perpetually, like, he has to live in, like, a home for
Mhm.
people who can't look after themselves. And he's, like, basically got the mind of a child.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he must be in his 50s now.
Yeah.
That was her best friend's son,
Mm-hmm.
who, that was approximately around the time, give or take, a couple years before I came out and told my mother.
Mm-hmm.
But
no.
I'm somehow more of a problem than either of those 2 people.
Yeah. And she had to backpedal so hard when one of her other friends' daughters came out as gay.
Oh,
And she
the
had to
one...
pretend. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, the one from America,
Yeah.
who she thinks is amazing,
Yeah.
and like she's got 2 daughters,
Yeah.
and yeah, one of them lives in a different country now. The other one came out as gay, and she was horrified
Yeah.
that had to backpedal so hard.
Yeah. And like
Because-
pretend that she wasn't an absolute raging
Yeah.
bitch
She
to
was
us.
because because she was sort of saying, well, of course, isn't it wonderful? Like, I just love that these things, that they're comfortable enough to tell us this, and like, oh, it's so wonderful. My daughter got married, blah 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 blah. And my mum was like, oh yeah, lovely, wonderful. Yes, I'm so supportive. But yeah. When you get top surgery, you're probably going to have to stay with your family who best don't get trans stuff, and at worst will spend the whole time trying to convince you it's a mistake because there aren't any places to do it in Wales. I am so sorry.
Ugh.
That is just... Yeah. No, my mother believes the stuff that she hears about how many people get surgery done and regret it.
Mm-hmm.
Or like were forced to get surgery, all that shit that was happening a couple years ago where they were being told that they were like forced to get surgery pre-puberty, like when they were like children still,
Yeah.
and they grew up to regret it. I was like, okay, but let's just assume that is actually a thing that happens. Have you seen the NHS waiting lists for anything? If these people are getting that done, somebody's paying for it, and it's their parents. Right? Because if a child, a pre-teen, was going to get surgery, do you genuinely think they'd be able to get it done before they were an adult? They'd have to be on the waiting list for years. Apparently Plymouth has a 3-month waiting list for top surgery. Okay, fine. Well, where we live, it's longer. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
3 months?
3 months.
Serious? I think the rest of the country is like 10 years.
I was gonna say. Plymouth is just done. Off you go.
Oh, shit, getting noodles.
Oh, congrats to your brother, though.
Yeah, but oh no.
But it's awful that...
seriously,
awful
that's
that he's still getting misgendered.
so depressing.
Yeah. You have to have a really low weight for Plymouth. Oh, I see. Yeah, so it's a short waiting list because they kind of narrow the candidates down, literally.
That's sure is something.
I didn't like Plymouth.
No,
I was there
didn't
for
like
a year.
it either.
It was fine. I liked Exeter better. You have to lose a few kilos to get it done.
Gosh.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
Surgery is very scary.
Surgery
I've never had
is-
surgery.
No.
I am now on a waiting list for surgery, and I'm genuinely terrified.
Yeah.
Unrelated. This is no top surgery. You see me? I'm already no boobies here. Kobold no have booby. Some kobold do have booby.
Yeah, and
I do
those
not
also
have
very valid.
Yeah.
There was complication with your brothers too, so you're doubly scared.
Oh god. Oh boy.
Mm.
I think it's always so brave. Like, you know, people getting like surgery, gender affirming surgery for any kind. I think it's just, you know, it's great that we can do it, but
Yeah.
it's also very valid when people don't want to do it for various reasons.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, I think it's important that as a society, certainly as a I need to not use that phrase, but I think it's important that just generally we as an LGBTQ plus society are more accepting of people who don't want to get the surgery.
Yeah.
Like in order to accept them. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not expressing myself well, but you know what I mean, like, because
Yeah.
I know that there are some parts of the community are super accepting, and they're like, well, yeah, you are what you say you are, that's fine. And I know there are other parts of the community that are just kind of like, yeah, but you don't really look it though, do you?
Yeah. It's just gross.
Yeah, exactly. My only problem is if, like I said before, if you have an icon on social media and it's like the opposite gender to the one you are, that's what goes in my brain.
Yeah, I'm like, you're just character. If you gotta take a character from media, that's just the character you are in my head.
That's who I'm talking to now, thanks.
You can see you in real life. Like, you can have an anime girl as your avatar, and you show up.
Yeah, and I'll be like, cool, that's a nice mask you're wearing.
Yeah, I'm like,
Take it off, anime girl.
I have a real problem. I don't remember names very well as well, so like my brain is very image focused, so I just go for that. Anyway, sorry, we got a bit sidetracked there.
It's like magically when you saw his first photos, you legit cried because God, you wish that was me. Oh yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah. I see, this is the thing, okay, so, and I don't know if this is, like, an okay thing to say or not, like, I think it is, but, like, for example, with me, as, like, an AFAB woman, the thought of being not a woman, it makes me feel really uncomfortable.
You're as cis as it can go.
Yeah, I'm super cis, and the thought of not being like what I am makes me really, really almost feel sick. So I cannot imagine how unpleasant, how awful it must be to not match up with who you are. Like, I genuinely cannot get my head around it. Like, it sounds... I just can't. So my heart goes out to anyone who can't make that themselves. I don't know. I'm not expressing myself well either, but no, I mean, so much love for everybody. Hi, hello. Doki, doki, doki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I do not care gender. I could be anything. Like, I have that luxury. Like, it wouldn't matter for me what I have.
Yeah.
And I consider myself extremely lucky with that as well, that I don't have to have that dissonance anywhere.
Yeah.
Man. Anyway.
Yeah, shall we,
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry for, like...
Got sidetracked for like half an hour there.
Yeah. Shall we, get on with this creature here, like...
Man. And woman.
And woman, yeah.
And everything in between.
People!
And kobolds.
And kobolds.
And gremlins.
And gremlins. And opossums.
Yeah.
Dire opossums. And whatever that guy is on the screen.
Next line, isn't it?
Just a little goose. No gender, only honk.
Only honk.
Yeah. And magical multi-tailed fox things, yeah. All creature! So much love, doki doki, for all of you.
He's been staring us in the eyes the entire time, like he's like, what are you guys talking about amongst yourselves? It's just like, well...
Excuse me, I'm waiting!
I don't think Strongheart would misgender people, though.
No, I agree. Not twice, anyway.
No.
Maybe
They'd be
once.
like, oh, sorry.
Do you think... I don't think he would say sorry. I think he would just swiftly act like that's what he said the first time.
Oh, yeah, you're right,
I reckon. I just be like, yes, That's what I said, isn't it, man? Say gender crime and he will totally be in your thrall. Yeah. Gender doesn't matter when there's crimes to solve! Nobody in your country knows it was him, and neither do the citizens of London. Guess who? That's right, the kneecap collector! Uh-oh, hand over your kneecaps, it's Aza. Hello, Aza.
I don't want to hand over my kneecaps.
Just keep them hidden, you'll be okay.
Yeah, hello. Anyway.
The main motivation was to avoid aggravating relations between our two nations at the time, I understand. What are you looking
If
for?
you're new, go kneecaps.
No! Don't show my
He said
kneecaps!
go for it! Quickly,
No!
go kneecaps!
I don't have kneecaps! Oh!
I actually don't.
No, it took them last time. Yeah. Nobody in your country knew it was him. The Japanese judge and Sasati's father knew because they're the guy's friends and also are here right now. Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
They probably won't tell, do you reckon? Your move's been semi-successful. Ah! But you're still looking for a job? No! You can't have my fingers! I need them! I need them for... Why do I need my...
That's how you make the money.
Yeah.
That's how you do the crafty things.
That's true! Yes. I can't craft with my elbows. Correct! However... This stream loves you too, Doodles. It has to be noted there were some supporters of the Professor's apparent cause.
What? Supporters of a mass murderer? Well, he was going for the noble people, so maybe, you know, eat the rich and all that.
Yeah, I think that was probably, yeah.
Hmm?
But I can keep them? Yes. Next time you back, I'll be wearing chainmail gloves! Ha 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 ha! The majority of the man's victims were a blight on the aristocracy of the day.
What the fuck was Baroque's brother
Majority. Majoritoire. Somewhat ironically, their deaths actually benefited society as a whole.
doing?
I reckon Baroque's brother figured out that this guy was up to something.
Yeah.
And he had to therefore die.
Yeah.
Because I reckon this guy was the murderer and he framed the other guy. And that's what I think.
Yeah. Because also he was the very last one. After that, well, magically, no more murders.
Yeah. Yeah. Or so a fair few thinkers in London believed, anyway. Or the brother was also involved, I suppose, but I don't want to think that.
Maybe he was the original Reaper.
But Von Zieks looks up to him.
Yeah.
I don't want to destroy him twice. 3 times. I I do want to.
I was gonna say,
Maybe just one. Maybe just one time. Maybe one time? One time? Yeah, okay. You still don't think Strongheart was the murderer? You think he was puppeting it so he could go la 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 la. How can you prove I helped?
Yeah.
You do have a point there, actually.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right. I see. But it was still murder, wasn't it?
Was it?
Because Zuma's dad was definitely
billionaires.
framed.
Yeah, he was definitely framed. Yeah, I reckon.
It's very convenient as well. Oh, foreign man!
Yeah, no, this foreign man. Oh no, he's dead now. Bye-bye. Except, he wasn't dead, apparently. So, I wonder if there was a certain amount of, just pretend to be this guy.
Yeah.
Nobody will know who you are and you can go home.
Yeah.
And then he got shot. That's what I'm wondering.
Mm.
Anyway.
It seems very similar, doesn't it? To the idea of the Reaper of the Bailey.
Yes. Okay, this is how we end. Okay.
And we just off
Bye!
we go.
Doesn't he normally start whining about he has to go on, or it's 5 hours late?
Yeah, nothing, not even a little bit, just bye.
Okay.
Are we sure we've asked everything we need to, Mr. Naruhodo? Dude, there was nothing else to ask of Sholmes! Confess.
We have spoken to all of him. Did we maybe not speak to Iris?
Where is she?
She's not here. What? You see that shade of red, you see red. Yeah.
That's the wrong button. Hold up.
What did you quit instead?
No, I always press stop streaming
Oh,
again.
again! Stop that! Oh. Yeah, no, so there's no Iris.
Are you sure we've asked everything? Can we
present something to him? Present.
Stop.
No, quick! Present your armband. I don't know.
You want? Oh yeah, we'll
Just-
see what he has to say. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, present the armband and just.
Mr. Sholmes, about this.
Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo, is this the first time you've shown me this particular trinket?
Oh, I don't really remember, to be honest.
If my saying that it's a collar for a breed of miniature canine with a particularly long neck, oh, it's for Tiri, were to precipitate a here we go again from your lips, we could be sure it was not the first time.
Well, we didn't, in fact, get that.
No, we didn't. Deduction, you see, my dear fellow. Deduction! Okay, well, that was fun. A Borzoi. Yeah. Baguette. What are you gonna put this on stream?
Gonna put it in
Are you
chat.
gonna link it? Are you gonna send people away?
Yeah, I'm
You're gonna make people click off the stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I can see what you've been
Do you
watching.
want me to?
Share? Don't save it to a playlist. I can see what you've been watching. What
Do
have
you
you been watching that for?
I haven't actually.
Did it autoplay?
Yeah, see.
Yeah, I see.
That's what she
Do you want me to put this on?
No, it's fine. No, don't. That would be rude. Send people to the OG page.
Yeah, I want to.
Nothing important. It's just a game review for a streamer that we don't really watch. Not a streamer. YouTuber that we don't really watch anymore.
No.
Not
Right.
for any particular reason. Just both of us were like, they're not as funny as they used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it goes sometimes.
The time
you know?
has passed.
Yeah.
That was all.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
The
allegedly.
thing about kobolds is they are wont to lie.
Wow. But bro, this is not
Yeah.
you're lying. Like,
Are you sure we've asked everything we need to? Like,
we can go back to the
Literally.
hotel.
but like literally just. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to clap.
Ah, there's nothing here.
Better that than they get revealed as a predator or something. Seems to be how things go. Yeah, no, that's true.
Borgets.
Borget.
It's a pun.
No. No. Yes.
Oh wait, no! Oh god. I didn't want to go back. Like, the fact it just stopped talking.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, I
I-
guess, did we maybe go down it a little bit weirdly? Or
I.
enjoy your call.
Uh,
I guess, are you sure we've asked everything we need to? I guess.
Sharms, like,
Converse.
there's nothing
Two
here.
visitors, Grace problem, lie you told. No, what? That, we've examined
is
the
just-
mask. Examine the chest again. Like, let's just, we won't.
Oh no! I misclicked.
Oh, we have read that.
Oh, I don't want to talk
Let's
about
just
this.
go through everything and see if it triggers something, because
My eye is always
Let's
drawn
not
to
read it.
this big metal chest that Mr. Sherms and Irish use as a coffee table.
or we could read it. Isn't it where Iris keeps her very
Yeah.
important papers? We've done it before, though.
It is, so you think they treat it with more care, really,
Yeah,
but only the other day I saw Mr. Sherms kick it.
Oh no,
That's new.
that is new.
I suppose something must have been frustrating him.
What a shame to mistreat the furniture, though. Was it damaged?
The chest was fine, but Mr. Sherms doubled up on the floor for almost 10 minutes. Okay, worth it.
Yeah, that was worth it. Okay.
Oh dear, that is a painful tale.
That's what he deserves.
Yes, it is. Let's investigate that newspaper then, shall we? I don't remember seeing it before. But no, there you go.
Ah.
Thank you, Ganondoodles. Yeah, there you go.
Ah!
This looks like last week's edition.
I like the idea that he didn't do anything, just watched Sholmes on the floor. Yeah, same.
That's like.
Oh no!
What's the
It's
art?
it's a shame Azet left, because I think Sholmes has got some kneecaps that might need, you know, might be dislocated.
Yeah. What's that article circled in red ink there?
It's in an advertisement.
You were saying, what was that?
It's in an advertisement column. It says, I almost said advertisement, and that would have made
I
me.
thought that was.
I would have had to
to
defenestrate myself.
Oh,
To the Red-Headed League.
the Red-Headed League. What's that?
I don't know. I've never heard of it before, but
God, get rid of that hair, man.
It's something on my face.
Clearly, this has something to do with that lively hair. Ah, the Red-Headed League article has been entered into the court record. This is when I stopped checking the backgrounds in the games.
Yeah. Well, because literally every single time we checked it, everything was new, and I forgot that
mean
the
the
sofa.
same.
Yes, that is what I said. Actually, thank you. Nothing was new. Honestly, pay attention. Everything was the same. Thank you, Socketwrench. I appreciate that. Is it just me, or is the gaslight a little lower in here? Been drinking his tea, watching Sholmes like a zoo animal. Keeps little notes in his naturalist journal. Yeah, exactly that.
Sorry, there we go. I'm trying to remember the keys. There we go.
Here we have the Sholmes in his natural environment.
Whoa, four fucking quid a
£4
week
per
for-
week if you're a redhead.
Whoa. Hold on.
Socketwrench, fetch me my wig.
Okay, hold up. I'm gonna open this up for you.
I can read
Give me-
it. Don't
no,
worry.
No,
It's-
you can't.
No, I actually can. It's
really,
really
you can
fun.
read all the shit down here too.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, well, I'll go
What
for
do
it.
you want me to? What do you want me to read?
Let's start with the Red-Headed League.
Okay, to the Red-Headed League. On account of the request of the late Zieks Hopkins of Lebanon, PA USA, there is now another vacancy open which entitles a member of the League to a salary of £4 a week for purely nominal services. All red-headed men who are sound in body and mind and are above the age of 21 years are eligible. Apply in person on the morning of the 31st at the large park on Lime Street. Get £4 per week if you are a redhead. The most fantastic money-making opportunity.
I mean,
do you want the public health report next?
Yeah, I do. I want to know if Dr. Mouse MD is mentioned.
Dr. Mouse MD definitely must be. The St. Bart's Hospital is not in the public health report though, is it? This is about smallpox.
Oh, well, still want to know.
But Dr. Mouse MD is I think reports of his death were greatly exaggerated. Mm-hmm. He's making great strides. Sholmes is definitely out. He's not sound in mind for sure. Is someone getting scalped for wigs? I think definitely, yeah. Uh-huh. I think the original story was that they were particularly targeting one person whose rooms/lodgings were next to a bank. Uh-huh. And they were going to dig through, or was it a different? I get so many of the Sherlock Holmes books mixed up, but at least one of them was that they wanted this specific person out of his room at a specific time and date so that they could get through and do a crime, but they needed access to his room and he was red-headed. But there was also the Garadebs thing, which I think was an inheritance scam. Yeah. Because a lot of this stuff is based on Sherlock Holmes stories. Anyway, public health report. Despite the condition of the City of London itself of late, it has been a positive year so far in public health. There have been fewer cases of consumption reported when compared to this time last year, and smallpox is at an all-time low, thanks to the vaccinations offered at the smallpox and fever hospitals throughout the various parts of London. Doctors, however, warn that there appears to be the beginning of yet another cholera epidemic on the horizon. Oh, this is why this is before we worked out what cholera was caused by. Yeah. Although the cause of such outbreaks remains unclear, the public is strongly advised to drink only water which has previously been boiled. Is that so? I didn't think. I thought that the second they worked out that it was came from the water, they because they checked the sewers. Anyway, do you want a retrospective continued from page 1? Truly, more than any other nation, Britain has been successful in its endeavours, thanks in part to the generosity of its many investors and its long illustrious tradition of fostering inquiries into the sciences. Lest it be forgotten, this is the nation that gave to the world the genius of Sir Isaac Newton. However, there is one other factor at work, the shifting field of economic thought. Despite the fact that Adam Smith's magnum opus, The Wealth of Nations, was published in 1776, the doctrine of laissez-faire has only begun to truly take root in the last few decades. It remains to be seen just how influential and enduring his ideas will prove to be. Well, do you want me to look at some Barts? Yeah. The latest research findings and leading hypotheses this month from the Teaching Hospital of London. There is an emerging consensus among doctors and scientists of all nations whereby the theory of miasma is being soundly rejected as experiment after experiment has yielded conclusive evidence in support of what physician John Snow... Was he a physician? Don't remember that plotline in Game of Thrones. John's had concluded many years prior. I've never watched it. That's also probably not the same Jon Snow. Also, it's spelled different, I think, but I'm not sure. There's a strong correlation between contaminated water and the prevalence of certain diseases. In fact, the latest news to arrive from the continent is consistent with our own research into the so-called germ theory, by which minuscule microorganisms are the actual causes of a great many illnesses. The medical company has already begun in earnest to identify and categorize the tiny creatures as microscopes, also continue to improve through the dedicated work of London's famous instrument makers. We expect that in the coming years, improved instrumentation will allow us to see the germs with further clarity and in greater detail as never before. Well, that's about all you're going to get from me. Yeah. Something about an Iron Throne, yes. This is I think actually updated from an OG newspaper from the time. Yeah. Though I don't think Sholmes can fake being sound of mind, do you? It was specifically they found the wells were tainted, but I guess this was before that. But boiled water was the general advice even back then. Was it?
Huh.
And if you recall correctly, Jon Snow's findings were dismissed until after his own death. Huh. That sucks.
Oh.
Well, he was right, approximately. Wasn't he?
Hmm.
Shame.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Let's show this paper to Shams.
Let's do that, yes.
It looks as though someone circled an advertisement. Now you got me wondering. I know it's an advertisement, but now it's like advertisement.
Yeah, I do hate. It's one of those words that my brain processes. If I'm reading it in my head, it says advertisement.
Yeah.
But then when I read it out loud, I have a.
Yeah.
Sorry.
In this paper, Mr. Shams.
Thank you, dear. To the Red-Headed League. Does that strike you in some way?
I was thinking that just maybe it might be related to your bright red hair.
So, at last, you've learned to apply my methods, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sorry.
In the first instance, and quite indispensable, observation.
Believe me, I could have seen that hair with my eyes shut. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Huh.
So then, allow me to regale you with the details of my latest exploits.
Regale or boast? Oh, the Red-Headed League. So, what is the Red-Headed League, which seems to be the subject of the advertisement you've circled?
I think that colour might be nuclear. You noticed it in the paper, then?
Like, that...
We're just finding that out, Asa. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
That, my dear fellow, was going to be the source of this month's rent payment.
Oh. It was? How?
According to the advertisement, the Red-Headed League is a distinguished institution of fellows of unspecified governance. In fact, the only condition for becoming a member is having red hair.
That doesn't entirely surprise me.
But listen to what the lucky redheads receive once they join.
I mean, it's to make up for the fact that the rest of the world treats them like they have no soul.
Yeah.
An unconditional salary of £4 a week.
Yeah.
Oh my, £4 a week.
She's been here the whole time. She's just been hanging behind us, I think.
Yeah.
Where does Iris ever come from, really?
But why? What are they paying people for? It's kind of sus, you know.
That I don't know. No details are given in the advertisement.
I mean,
Ba-dum-bum.
yeah.
Ba-da-dum-bum. Do-do-do-do.
But surely every red-headed person in the country would be flocking to join in that case.
No way.
In doing this, Soames does prove he's willing to sell his soul for tuppence, it's true.
You're right, Susie. There's no time to lose. I'll put in my application at once. So will I. Just on the off chance.
That might be stretching a point, I think.
Sorry, what am I pronouncing it? Like? How am I what? What did I pronounce fudgy? What did I do?
Yeah, what we miss?
What did I do?
'Cause I miss it too.
Advertisement.
Ah.
I'm pronouncing it. Did I say advertisement?
I don't think so. No, got.
In English, advertisement. In
Yeah.
American, advertisement.
Yeah.
I believe.
As far as I know, yes.
So if I pronounced it fudgy. But yeah, advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's how English rolls, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. You don't have to. You don't have to
No, quite.
concern yourself with any of this. Stop being so adversarial. Adversarial.
Read your line.
The trouble is, they have a fixed number of members, you see.
Oh, I see. So once a certain number of people have joined, no one else can.
But as luck would have it, one member recently passed away!
It wasn't particularly lucky for the redhead in question, I feel, Mr. Sholmes.
So you decided to join in his place?
Correct. I mean, look at me! Have you ever seen such a red-headed fellow?
No.
So why? Why did it have to go so wrong? If it helps, Scanadoodles, I suspect the Red-Headed League isn't actually a thing.
No. What on earth happened?
A blunder, Mr. Naruhodo, though it pains me to admit it. Where'd he get red hair dye in this day and age? I suspect with Sholmes you don't want to ask.
No.
It's probably plant-based or possibly chemical-based in a distressingly poisonous way.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it'll probably fall out soon. Oh, or we could just learn. Who knows?
What did you actually do to your hair, Mr. Sholmes?
I'm glad you asked, Miss Susato. What you see atop my head is neither dyed nor a hairpiece.
What?
I'm just impressed that he even did his... I changed the... reminds you of a salon in Watford that closed down. It was called Shut Up and Die. Oh, that's amazing. See, I've always... there's a place near us called Ockham. And every time we pass it, I know that Ockham is not a place I will ever go to. Ever. Like, I literally cannot go to Ockham's Razor. I mean, to Ockham, sorry. That just told me joke. I literally can't go to Ockham. Because if I go to Ockham and there isn't a barbershop there called Ockham's Razor, it might actually kill me. So if I never go to Ockham, I will never know whether there is or isn't a barbershop called Ockham's Razor. So I can rest safe in the knowledge that there has to be a barbershop called Ockham's Razor in Ockham. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. So. Barbershops. The power of chemistry. I hadn't actually read that line yet, but
I'm sorry, I thought you had.
Changed it through... Chemicals is always the answer, Goose.
Chemistry?
It's not dyed, but it is dyed. Oh. I was conducting some research into a method of rejuvenating spent tea leaves. And in the course of my work, I stumbled upon a potion, which I don't think... that, when taken, turns one's hair a flame-like red. Okay. Don't go to Limerick to tell a limerick, else you maybe just be punched. Yeah, no, no. Thank you. I've been to Limerick. I wouldn't dream of it.
No.
Would you like to try it? It will make every hair on your body perfectly crimson. Sholmes, I don't... That thing I said about poison...
I think I'll pass.
But, Mr. Sholmes, is it quite safe to drink? Surely it's bad for you, isn't it?
Amateurs are always hampered by such fears.
Oh, I should never have doubted you, Mr. Sholmes. You mean to say...
Well, of course. To earn £4 per week, one must be prepared to turn a blind eye to a little danger.
That degree of red signals more than just a little danger, surely. Yeah.
So, anyway, Hurley left full of confidence yesterday with his new red hair. For the park on Lime Street, where the Red-Headed League were interviewing prospective new members.
Sorry, what went wrong?
The whole park was choked with red-headed folk, like a Costa's orange barrow. I queued for 8 hours solid before at last I reached the front. And when the panel of interviewers saw me, they immediately said, "Ah, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, are you in disguise to conduct an investigation?"
Sorry, I don't know what this is sending me. It's like, yes.
Yeah. So naturally, I had no choice but to reply, "Shh, don't give me away." After which I could do little else but turn and leave. Then this morning, when I looked in the mirror, irritation stirred within me. So I turned that pair into the police.
Oh dear, what a disaster! For Hurley and those two redheads.
What has happened?
Foiled by your own prominence, as the actor said to the bishop.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Aha! Here is my guest now, my latest client, with money to spend.
Oh, I do hope it's an exciting case, Hurley.
Remember, Iris, we are at present gripped by the greatest problem known to man. I must be willing to accept any case, no matter how unstimulating. Save locating a runaway, of course.
Don't spare anyone's feelings, will you?
Oh dear, I'm afraid that Hurley can lack a little tact, especially just before the rent is due.
Twack.
Thwack?
Oh.
Oh, hello. It's
Oh,
you.
hello, it's her.
Okay. If your name is Irene, I will cry.
I am very
I
concerned.
think that could also be Iris, though. I mean, the
Yeah,
Irene thing.
yeah.
Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, please, oh please, please find my husband. He's run away.
Do you think this is going to be very bubbly, considering, Oh.
To upset me?
I beg your pardon?
Never mind. A personal matter, my apologies. What exactly are you trying to say, Mr. Naruhodo?
I didn't say a word.
Come, my dear madam, be seated. Iris, some tea, if you please.
Of course.
I can't do Iris's voice today. Sorry.
What's the matter, Mrs. Auntie?
Oh, it's just that gentlewoman. I feel sure I've seen her somewhere before.
Really, Cesatu, you are better than this.
Very recently.
I suppose it's the knife sticking out of her head currently. What is framing?
What is better than, like, Sholmes with
Sholmes'
his
weird
stupid
little
hair?
ponytail, yeah.
Just distressing me.
Uh,
Yes, now you come to mention it.
As I explained earlier, my name is Evie Vigil.
oh, good.
I implore you to take the case, sir. Money is no object. Simply name your figure.
Money and wealth are of little consequence to me, madam.
Sholmes.
Being offered a case to solve is reward enough.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you are the picture of benevolence.
I will, of course, make a mental note of your offer, however, for contingent reasons. I trust you will remember your words also?
If I might inquire, sir, this gentleman and lady would be...
Oh, me?
What I am about to tell you, I should like to communicate in the strictest confidence, you understand?
Ah, these are my friends. I assure you, you may say before this pair anything which you may say to me.
I see.
Sorry, I was just thinking about earlier when we got jump scared by the rotating models.
Yeah.
If we were supposed to be zoomed in originally
I wonder.
on those two, which is why they were so awkwardly posed.
Well,
And then they're like, yeah, but they have to be away from like us
Yeah,
in order to make it
exactly.
work. And the animators were like, well,
But I think we've seen people turn around like that before.
really?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well,
horrifying.
because of course in the original they wouldn't have been.
No, true. They wouldn't have been moved at all.
No, exactly. They probably just turned around like
Mhm.
literally one sprite to the other sprite kind of
Yeah.
thing. I think
Yeah.
they probably had like a fade in, fade out thing, and now they've got like 3D models. They probably just go "Brrr," because they're like, well, it's the same difference, really.
Yeah, no point. Anyway, sorry,
I'm
didn't mean
just,
to get stressed.
I'm just wondering. I don't know. Did I say this already?
No, I just.
Oh, sorry.
I can vouch for the gentleman personally. After all, he's hard of hearing.
Why did I ever get my hopes up?
Oh, so I say we get to interrogate her
Okay, well, Mrs. Vigil.
now. Do you think she stands like that intentionally?
Yeah.
To,
Considering she also plays the way she was holding her arms earlier was also very much to accentuate the area.
well, there she still is holding
I
them
mean, yeah,
like
she's
that.
definitely pushing them forward right now, and also, oh my god, like, really in this time period, she's out and about with
I mean,
this-
she's covered by a gauze. There's sort of a net, lacy, probably substance in there. What's in her name? Evil girl. Yeah, Evie Vigil. Evie.
regardless her hair,
Her hat is offensive.
I want to know if that's.
Ever Vigil.
I'm just
Yeah,
worried that
that
that's
would make
not
sense.
just her hat and that's her hair.
Oh yeah, I think it's like a
Inside.
braid, and her hat is like essentially
Yeah.
lady biscuit shaped,
Yes.
and her hair just sticks through like a
Yeah.
like
It distresses me
like
greatly.
like a euphemism.
Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it. Of
That's
all the
what I
people that they decided to bring back,
Why, well, her hair's the same color, I think, because
it is.
well,
I think it's her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
No,
Yeah. Now
sorry.
you get to join us.
Mhm.
Some nice cream filling around the edge. Anyway, forgive me for asking, Mrs. Vigil, but have we met somewhere before? Quite recently, perhaps.
Oh my. Oh, my dear fellow, what is your intention?
Clearly.
Clearly, you have no ability.
I do not. I have no reading comprehension. Thanks for noticing, Sherms.
Clearly, you have no ability to differentiate the facial features of the English. If you wish to invite the lady to tea, you must do so in a more gentlemanly fashion.
Is it possible that you're the nice young lawyer from the trial I attended last week?
She still wears the same outfit.
She
I'm not sure
does.
she has that much money, actually.
What a skank. No, this is her going out outfit.
Oh.
Do you think she makes the braid down the front of her dress from her own hair too? Do you think she like pulls it out of her
I want you to
hairbrush
stop talking this
and
very
like
instant.
knits it?
No, stop
into, like,
talking.
a little-
Please stop. It's coming from the bottom, isn't it?
How dare you? This has been carefully cultivated for the last 25 years. Do you like my hat? It goes all the way up the back too. It's like a tail. It's so luxuriant. Watch me swish it. Ooh. Nay, young man, nay. The eyes have it.
I knew I recognized her.
What can I say except you're welcome? To have a man's fate at the palm of one's hand. Oh gosh! Oh golly! It sends shivers down my spine.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't have jiggle physics. Oh, I can do that now.
I didn't quite recognize her because she's acting so differently now.
It must be very difficult for you as a lawyer. Being hard of hearing, I mean. Don't worry. I'll be loud enough. You'll hear me.
Pardon.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Don't worry if you can't hear. It was frippery, really, nothing more.
I looked away. I didn't see the jingle physics. I'm kind of upset.
Self-preservation.
Now, look what you've started, Mr. Sholmes. Thank you very much.
I believe it would be prudent for you to sit quietly in the corner.
Yes. But fuck off! What are we doing?
Tell us about your husband, madam. What could she be hiding in that hairdo? Well, wouldn't you like to know, is that? Red-haired Sholmes, isn't it awful? Isn't it? Also, hello.
Mr. Vigil, my daily
vigil. Yeah, there
Daily
you go.
vigil.
That's what it
Aw.
is. Daily vigil. It's not a feather. That's what you want. That's what she wants you to think.
Yeah, that's not a feather.
It's-
Legitimately, no.
That is
Everything about her outfit is distressing me at this point. I'm partially to blame for this. Yeah, she's evening vigil.
Yeah, evening vigil, even yeah, and yeah. It's a bone crest for fighting. Yeah, I think you're definitely along the right track there, but I do think she grew it herself.
Mr. Vigil, my daily. He's gone off. He's 40 years of age. I have a photograph here.
Oh, that's a haircut and a half.
Sure is.
Oh.
Wait, he looks familiar.
Yeah, he looks related to Benedict.
Which
To
one?
Egbert.
Oh, Egbert. Yeah.
I don't know, he has
Old
a
Eggs
similar
Benedict. It's true.
vibe to him.
An entirely unremarkable gentleman, by appearance at least.
You think so?
You don't
You
like
think
how
so?
it looks like there's cream filling from a donut on her hat.
Uh-huh, yeah.
From a
yeah,
donut.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the artist, yeah, you're right. Now, he
Yeah,
looks
but
like
yeah.
every other character at this point.
That's true. I think he's supposed to be sensitive. I also bet he has red hair. I agree.
How long have you been married? It will be 15 years this year. We have a cordial relationship, and my husband's income is more than adequate, so we live quite comfortably.
As it would appear. I need only look at you to know these things.
Oh, gosh!
Your dress is the latest style, your hat clearly regularly groomed, and your eyes are animated. Something that poorer people can't afford.
No.
They can only afford basic shoddy sprite work at best!
Oh.
And a single plane! In short, you have no inkling as to why your husband might have disappeared, correct?
That's right. He's a kind man with a strong sense of loyalty, and he rather dotes on me.
So I think he went to get the £4 because he's lost his job, and she needs to be kept in the manner to which she is accustomed.
Yeah.
We just have beady single dot eyes. It's true. Yeah. She's got them follow me eyes. Which would point to the possibility that he has become embroiled in some incident or other.
Oh, that is exactly what I fear must have happened, Mr. Sholmes. I'm quite beside myself. My husband's employment is somewhat unusual, you see. What if he's incurred some miscreant's ill will?
What the fuck did he do?
What exactly is your husband's line of work?
He's a warder at the prison.
Oh. A guard? That is somewhat unusual.
Line cook. Ew.
Oh, God.
Oh golly, oh gosh. So, your husband is a prison warder.
That's right, yes. Well, in actual fact, he's the chief warder.
Yeah, everything with the professor and...
Indeed. I see. Was he the one who ate the professor? Well, behind the bike sheds, mayhap. A chief prison warder certainly qualifies as something of a specialist occupation.
Yes, it does indeed. My poor husband must prepare those dreadful punishments and see that they're carried out.
Yeah, and I'm sure he hates that.
Dreadful punishments? Does she mean capital punishments?
And at such times, he must occasionally spend a night or two in the prison dormitory.
Sure thing. Sure thing, sweetheart, sure thing.
Yeah.
But for that extra responsibility, he's remunerated more handsomely than the other warders.
Yeah.
Of course, we make no mention of my husband's work to the neighbours.
Yes, I believe your prudence is justified. Tell me, at what prison is your husband engaged?
Berkeley Prison, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh boy.
Really? Berkeley? Oh, a fine establishment! If I'm not mistaken, there's a large cemetery just behind it.
The game was just reminding us. Hey, remember?
Yep. Oh, golly, oh gosh.
Yes, that's correct. Lowgate Cemetery.
No.
Oh, yes.
Lowgate Cemetery. The very place we were discussing in court. That's unbelievable.
Is it though? Unbelievable, my dear fellow, and yet undeniable.
Sorry, Mr. Sholmes. I'm afraid you've lost me.
Pay no heed, madam, pay no heed. A private matter.
This can't really be a coincidence, can it? Your husband's disappearance.
So, to the matter of your husband's disappearance, when did you realize he was missing?
Please, try not to laugh. It was yesterday.
I'm sorry, yesterday?
That really is recent. Laughably so.
The truth is, my husband does at times have occasion to spend the night away for his work. It's not at all out of the ordinary for him not to return home at night, but this is different. For him not to make any contact for a whole day, that has certainly never happened before. He's left all my messages on unread. Oh, my dear Daly, whatever can have happened?
My dear Mrs. Vigil, please calm yourself. Now then, have you contacted the police?
Why, naturally, but sadly, they refuse to listen to my pleas, as my husband has only been missing for one day. I was asked to wait patiently at home.
He contacts her daily, you say. In fact, yes, indeed. The daily. In truth, Mrs. Vigil, I concur with the police. However, let us not be hasty. I see no reason why we should not engage my deductive powers to track your husband down anyway.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes.
And furthermore, let me assure you, a chance to solve the greatest problem known to man for another month has no bearing on my decision. I seek only to put a sweet smile on another Londoner's face. That's really all there is to it.
You have my eternal gratitude. I shall pay any sum you care to mention.
You seek only to put this suit's rent in your landlady's purse. That's all there is to it.
Thank you for everything you have shared with us, Mrs. Vigil. I believe I have all the information I need to begin my investigation.
Oh, please, report to me soon with good news, sir.
Fear not, madam. In a day or two, I shall be contacting you with a heartening report, I'm quite sure.
So soon? Oh, how splendid, Mr. Sholmes.
Good news should be delivered early, I always say. If you would be so kind as to leave the photograph of your husband in my possession.
And somehow it's magically going to end up in ours.
Yep.
Yep, the photograph
yeah.
of Mr. Vigil has been entered into the court record. A photographic print received from Mrs. Vigil in order to aid with locating her missing husband. He appears to have no particularly distinctive facial features.
Except for his weirdly sculpted eyebrows, of course.
Yeah, and his weird hair
He
parsing.
looks like the jack on a pack of cards.
He does,
If I'm perfectly honest.
He does, doesn't he? Wow.
Thank you. Now allow me to show you the door. It's this one right here. It's green. Do you like it? I bought it last week. What?
I can't thank you enough, Mr. Sholmes. You've been simply marvellous.
I mean, after all, we're just sitting in a corner here, so like, it's just handed us the photo while we're sitting there.
No.
You know, I think it every time, Hurley. But how do you come out with such nonsense? Good news in a day or two, are you sure?
I can't be sure, of course, but then I didn't swear on it. I merely gave the good woman some hope. I hope to be able to give her good news, one might say. After all, the rent must be paid by the end of day tomorrow. If by that time I've successfully located Mr. Vigil, we shall be mutually relieved. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo?
Don't look at me with those pleading eyes.
Well,
Do we not pay any rent or what? Like,
I mean, I guess we don't pay enough.
it seems like, I don't know.
Well, my dear fellow, did you hear the details of the case?
Yes, my hearing is surprisingly good, actually.
Excellent. And what did you make of it? Even with the hair, her look looks pretty fine in vest and shirt sleeves. Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
right?
As long as
I
you
just,
yeah.
I
turn
hate
his
that I'm
head.
actually starting to get used to the hair. Like, I can't remember what he looked like. Like, I can remember what he looked like before, but I also can't. Like, his image in my mind's eye has been overwritten by this thing. It's distressing me.
Well, I was surprised to learn where her husband worked. At Berkeley Prison, I mean.
Ah, so you noted that.
Of course, especially with the mention of Lowgate Cemetery.
Lowgate Cemetery is at the rear of Berkeley Prison, so it was renowned among us students at the university for being haunted by the ghosts of condemned convicts.
Still got it.
Berkeley Prison is where that notorious man was incarcerated.
The professor.
And now a warder from the prison has mysteriously disappeared, it would seem.
It's all very peculiar.
Indeed. But nothing you can't handle, I'm quite certain, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sorry?
Run along to the prison and see what you can glean, would you? Oh. If it's the prison, it's the prison governor you want. No doubt the man is equally worried.
But aren't you going to go yourself?
Surely you needn't ask. I can't possibly be seen out with this hair! Yeah, the potion side effects are starting to show you. It's like, I'm gonna.
But didn't you go to Lime Street with that hair?
That was a quite different matter. So I leave it in your capable hands. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm rather busy.
Of course you are.
Bye-bye, baby. Bye-bye.
Where's the little shit gone?
He's gone off.
It's going off! Oh.
Sholmes does also bow a lot. Trying to make a potion to make it green. All he has to do is jump in a swimming pool, don't worry. Or do you think you can make it, like, turn green, then red, then green, then red, then green, then red again? Because that would be quite seasonal, wouldn't it? In this case will be the last of Sholmes because he poisoned himself with that stupid potion. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, the next time we see him, he'll just be straight up bald. It all fell off.
No, that I would like to see.
Honestly, yeah.
It's what he deserves.
Yeah.
Berkeley Prison is on the outskirts of London, backing onto a lonely burial ground. Its four high outer walls loomed quietly before us in the fog.
It feels like it should have some kind of cowboy whistling behind it, you know?
Yeah. Having requested a meeting, we were shown to the governor's office in the watchtower.
Herlock Chrome.
Whoa! Okay! Okay! Oh, okay,
Herlock RGB chroma key. I see the guillotine, and I'm fascinated.
Only looks big enough for a hand, and I don't like that.
Something. World's first glory hole chicken game.
I hadn't even noticed the bird.
Yeah, the bird that is not.
Okay,
I was
no.
so distracted by the clock. The clock also doesn't have any hands.
No.
Because it's always time for murder!
I assume so.
Horrifying. Yeah, that poor bird. Free castrations, yeah. Oh, okay, hello.
Oh yeah, you can have this one. You can have this one. I ain't
No!
touching that. Acid, that's nice and for you, baby.
Oh, no, okay, hang on. I can do this. I can't do this. This place is full of hardened criminals. I cannot remember the last time a civilian was down here.
You can do it.
And you didn't want to talk to an inmate, but to me.
Oh!
Do you know who I am? I'm the governor. Barricading. Barricading. Barricading.
Oh!
You won't get away scot-free. Oh, I'm cross with you, Canado.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Rinosuke Naruhodo, defense lawyer.
And an Easterner, I see. Does that mean...
Yes, I'm a visiting student of law from the Empire of Japan.
Japan? Did you say Japan?
Yes?
Well, there's no any of your kind in here, laddie. Maybe you should try the prison next door, eh? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Please cheer her on.
I'm so... I didn't notice another prison next door, sir. This guy's gonna get called into the trial, isn't he?
Oh, wait, whoa, okay. Anyway, we came to ask you some questions about...
I didn't like to be so direct, but I've no intention of speaking with the likes of you suspicious looking Easterners.
Okay, in the clock you go.
Yep.
In the clock.
Off you popple. There he goes. Bye-bye. Now get out of my hair.
So, as soon as he finds out we're from Japan, he reacts like this. That surely means...
I think it's because of the professor case.
Mein Gott! This is...
Well, I mean, they're not inaccurate, but
No.
Britain can be like this.
Yep. You think so too?
This is a bit extreme, though.
Yeah. 10 years ago, Genshin Asogi, also known as the Professor, was incarcerated. incarcerated in this room. I'm sorry, I read incinerated.
Yeah, I also did. Oh my god, was it yesterday when you were like looking at the supermarket stuff and I saw a whole basted turkey.
Yes.
And I read whole bastard turkey. And I got so confused.
Turkey
I was like, wait, what? Is this some kind of oh no, basted. Okay. Ooh. You could say he made quite the impact. You could say that. You could. What do you mean can be? Okay, fine, yeah.
And then,
I was giving it the benefit of the doubt.
after his execution, he apparently re-emerged from his grave in the cemetery behind the prison.
I might have known! It's no Irish.
Whoa!
You're sniffing around about that case, aren't ya? Your agency? Part of the Professor's great web, no doubt.
No, not at all. We're just...
I stuffed the turkey before marriage. Get gone with ya! Before I punch your lights out!
We're going! Clearly the ghost of that killer still haunts this place. We're not going to get anywhere here. Unless we can somehow prove to this man that there's nothing suspicious about us. Dude, can we just get Sholmes? Like...
Governor Caden,
What are you thinking, Mrs. Otto?
I feel sure that name came up in conversation recently.
Did it?
Somewhere. I was wondering if whoever mentioned him might have some ideas to help us. I think it did actually come up in conversation.
Yeah, but I don't...
But it was 2 weeks ago now,
4
and I
weeks,
don't...
More like...
Oh, yeah. Either way, I don't remember it. But it was... the prison and the cemetery came up post-trial,
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
In some...
Well, I'm sure the game is about to spit it out for us. Come to think of it, I have the same feeling.
I said get out!
Kind of like the fact that happens when you
Yeah.
try and converse with it. Oh, you can examine, right? So...
Out!
I really like the fact he just wants us to piss the fuck off. Let's go back to the Great Waterloo Hotel. Oh,
Oh, it's Daddy. Maybe that was what happened. Maybe they
Yeah.
discussed it. Were they like, was the magnificent symposium somehow held?
oh wait, yeah.
Wait, yeah, he worked there.
Oh yeah.
He worked.
Oh, yeah, he did.
was
He
the-
works
in
yeah, they did.
the hospital.
Yeah, you're
or
right.
the
Yeah.
what's it called? Not hospital.
The
Mortuary type job.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That was near the prison. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's it. That's Professor Mikotoba over there. Oh, hello, you two. I was just taking a moment to catch up on the world now that I'm unpacked. But where's Judge Digoku? Yes, he's not the relaxing sort. He's taken himself off to pay his respect to all the legal bigwigs.
Having only just arrived in the country today. Goodness, he is full of energy.
That's just... Professor, you mentioned something before. About how you'd known the prison governor at Berkeley Prison? Oh, Governor Caden, you mean? So it is the same man.
Father, we must speak with the governor. But he refused to talk to us. He said we were suspicious Easterners.
Well, I'm sure if I accompany you, that would be a very different story. Oh, would you? That'd be wonderful, if you have time now. Sadly, as you can see, I'm very busy at the moment. Busy drinking coffee on a comfortable settee. Is that
Yeah.
settee?
Settee. It means sofa.
No, I'd rather have a lot to prepare for tomorrow, you know. Oh, so sorry. I didn't say that out loud, did I? You, Mikotobas, are alarmingly good at reading people's thoughts.
Or it could be that you Naruhodos are alarmingly bad at hiding your thoughts.
Yeah, it's always like, wait, how did I know the brackets in bracket stuff? It's supposed to be like... Anyway, it always made me wonder. I was like, wait, did we say that out loud? I thought that was the inner thoughts only.
I think other people have reacted to it
Yeah.
in the past as well. It's like,
Yeah.
I think you actually mumble it under
Yeah.
your breath
Yeah.
rather than thinking it. Or maybe your lips move.
Is that you, Faf?
Hi,
Hi,
Fab.
Faf. Oh. Let's not fall out now. I have an idea. What's he writing on that piece of paper? It's a letter of introduction for you. Hopefully, when he sees my name, he'll change his tune. Ah, thank you. The letter of introduction has been entered into the court record.
Thank you, Daddy.
A note of introduction on our behalf from Professor Mikotoba to Governor Caden. Hopefully now he'll be willing to talk to us. Rather go, oot!
Yeah. Get out!
Good luck then.
Become loose from this hoose like me moose! And the juice.
Well, back we go. Actually, I also want to examine it. Dude! Wait, what's he writing?
Blackbird line.
Hold on, I can't really rotate it. One...
It's like a... something. Blackbird line. One trip only, I think.
Yeah.
It actually says one trip on low.
Oh,
Hello, goodbye, thanks.
there we go.
It is somehow now harder to read.
Sorry.
Listening to a loud Scotsman read the Wikipedia page for frogs is one of your favourite videos.
Oh my god, I don't actually know that one.
What? That sounds amazing.
It does.
Oh, it looks like this is some sort of steamship ticket. The SS Grouse, first class cabin 001. Yokohama departure 11th of September, London arrival 1st of November.
Ah, that's the boat that Professor Mikotoba and Judge Yugoku came on from Japan, isn't it?
Yes, I think it called at Dunkirk on the north coast of France for a night before finally arriving in Dover.
To think it's been almost a year since we arrived in Dover on the SS Buria. It seems a shame not to keep your ticket as a memento of your trip, don't you think?
Yes, I agree. I have mine safely in my diary.
It's probably a hub in each.
And I keep mine in my wallet, so I have it with me at all times. Well, how strange. Where could it have gone?
Are you like this on purpose, Mr. Naruhodo?
Did I imagine it? Or was that comment accompanied by a little sigh? The details of the letter of introduction have been updated.
Oh, is that going to be important, I wonder?
It's written on the back of a ticket for a passage on the scene. Oh my god, are they going to get set up and do we have to prove that they weren't there on account that
Seems
that
that
specific
way.
date as well?
Yeah.
Like they couldn't Oh, I don't like that.
No, I don't like that at all. And then the corner of the ticket's going to be somewhere.
Yeah, the fact that's missing, yeah. Professor Mikotoba has wonderful handwriting, doesn't he? This dark-suited young man is not in the least bit untrustworthy. Is it just me, or does that make me sound extremely untrustworthy?
I do wish he'd at least called you a nice young man.
I'm really not sure that would help.
Billy Connolly, is that you? The only Billy Connolly thing I really know is one that my uncle used to we used to sing it together. Like the one about wellies, you know? Like, if it wasn't for your wellies, where would you be? You'd be in the hospital or infirmary. Because you would have a dose of the flu or even pleurisy if you didn't have your feet in your wellies. It's
the only one I know too.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just, occasionally it just comes out. Usually when I put on my wellies. It's a good one. It's a good track. It's yeah. It's how he used to convince me that I needed to put my wellies on when it was wet. Because I used to hate wellies. Anyway, carry on.
No, that's fine. If you just cast your eyes over this, Governor Caden.
What's this then? You canna pull the wool over my eyes, you good-for-nothing Japanese student.
Sorry, this is going to shift into Irish, I think, if I'm not careful.
Mikatoba!
Well, he did there. He did do well.
That young jock from the forensics laboratory. That Mikatoba!
Yes, exactly! Him!
Dear, perhaps I should have said something sooner. I'm Hyujin Mikatoba's daughter, Sujato. Jinx! You're the young man's daughter! And you didn't think to mention that afore? I do apologise. Aye, well, you'd best take a seat then. Can I offer you a cup of tea, perhaps? And dinna forget to try one of these wee handcuff biscuits.
Oh my. Oh no.
Your father's influence is nothing short of amazing.
I'm bitterly regretting not announcing who I was from the outset now.
You imagine how long we'd had to fucking travel. Like, this is not just around the corner. This is...
No, quite. Halfway across London, scan your Oyster card multiple times. Oh, nightmarish. Underground doesn't even exist, so you're just rubbing an oyster against a taxi. Sorry.
So then, what can I do for you, hen?
Well, we're currently investigating a case.
Get mugged, not with my oyster.
It's insurance. I mean, you try mugging me.
Get an oyster in the face. Ah!
London is not exactly a coastal town, so...
Yeah, exactly.
It works pretty well, oysters.
Honkin'.
Like a goose. That cup handle is smaller than even one of his fingers, yes. Do you think he just gets especially small cups to make himself look even bigger?
Yes.
Just so he can feel like the big man.
Yes. So I do.
On the other hand, the top of his head is going off the top of the screen, so that is implying that he's quite loud.
Yeah.
Honk.
It's one of your wardens, you see. He's gone missing.
Missing?
That's right. It's surely been reported to you as well, being the prison governor.
Well, is your oyster, and you are a very angry otter. That would be a good game.
I haven't heard nothing of the sort. There's no missing persons in my prison.
Oh,
But how can that be?
it's Mr. Daily Vigil, your chief warder.
Who doesn't work here anymore, presumably.
Hey, Vigil?
That's right. His wife came to us and asked us to investigate his disappearance. Let's skip the part about him only going missing yesterday for now. Clearly that means something to him.
Would you be so kind as to tell us what you know, sir?
Aye, of course.
So I'm thinking, is this a classic case of like he got sacked and then he didn't tell his wife, but he's just been pretending to go to work for like the last 3 years?
I'm
or something?
sorry, I gotta have
Yeah,
to
you've got to
investigate.
investigate the bird.
I never have expected to find a parrot in a prison. Must be the governor's pet.
I hope it's not.
Given where we are, it's hard not to see the poor creature as a prisoner.
I mean, yeah, that's
Ah,
the cage is.
Let me out! Didn't it kill me? Ah!
has the bird learned to mimic the plaintiff's cries of the inmates in the cells?
Oh no, he was one of 3 siblings, you see. And he still calls out the names of his 2 brothers like that all the time.
Right.
Let me out! Didn't it kill me? Aye, I hear you, laddie. You want your dinner, eh? Didn't he do it? I mean, sorry, you want your dinner, eh? Didn't he do it?
That's. That's... yeah.
His grandfather clock is...
It's fitted with a terrifying blade that keeps dropping down.
It's A+ gallows humour, yeah, right? It's modelled on the guillotine, a French execution device. You might have heard of it. Am I still doing Scott? I can't tell. And yes, afore you ask, it can chop.
Heads off, you mean?
Evers no! Carrots and parsnips and so forth. Oh. Yeah, that bird can't even turn its head in there. I know, right? It's, if you place a large carrot at the bottom there in the morning, by evening it'll have been cut clean in two. Or cigars.
Well, the blade must have an almost indescribable edge on it then.
That sure is something.
Oh, an axe, a hunting rifle, and 4 pairs of handcuffs. That's a daunting collection.
Ugh, there's a story behind every one of those.
You mean the rifle was a famous killer's murder weapon? And the axe was wielded by an infamous executioner? And then the handcuffs were once used to immobilize a fierce 4-legged beast when it was arrested.
I think you're in the realms of fantasy now, Mr. Naruhodo.
Not those kind of stories, Jimmy. That axe was the one I used to chop down the cherry tree at me house. Mrs. Caden wasn't a best pleased. And the cuffs on the left are the ones I caught my first burglar with back when I was a bobby.
The stories were a little different to those you imagined, I think, weren't they?
Yes, to my relief, and in some small way, my disappointment.
And what of the rifle, Caden? What of the rifle?
I suppose these are all former governors of Berkeley Prison, are they?
Either that or former inmates who the governor has sent to the gallows.
Oh dear, they all have such severe expressions. I really couldn't deny either possibility.
Oh, aye, and that gun I got from some Russian bloke. Yeah.
Especially the one on the extreme right. His expression goes beyond severe into a whole new territory.
That one's me.
Ah, I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Is it a prerequisite of the job, perhaps? Having a severe expression, I mean.
Of course it's not, although it is taken into consideration.
A lot. That's a very large cabinet full of papers, isn't it? It's labelled Inmate Register. Look. And all the files are in alphabetical order.
That's 50 years worth of records of Berkeley's inmates. Whether or no they left alive after serving their term. All the details about the crimes they committed are recorded in there, like an epitaph, you might say.
A record of crimes and punishments. How dispiriting.
And yet, this man seems to be enjoying tea and biscuits as he talks about it. Ooh. That deer has been staring at me for a while now.
It has?
The poor thing can't fit through the small hole in the wall, but it can't get its head back out now either. It's giving me a woefully imploring look.
It's not real, Mr. Naruhodo. It's stuffed.
What? I mean, yes, of course it is. For a moment, I thought it was another assassin sneaking in via the ventilator.
I don't like to say, but I think perhaps you need to reread The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes.
Imagine just walking into the room and instantly prodding about everyone's decor and papers. Well, at least we aren't smashing everybody's pots.
I think we found it.
I don't really think anybody's got any pots, though, actually, have they? Do you think if everybody, if we saw pots in a room, we'd just pick them up and just keep them at the other wall?
Yeah.
Good.
Chief Warder Vigil. We understand that Mr. Vigil is the chief warder here at the prison.
Aye, that he was. Strong sense of responsibility and dedicated to the job, no doubt about it. He was a fine warder.
Sorry, did you say was?
Aye, he doesn't work here no more. He left the job. Oh my.
When was this exactly?
There's a question. When was it about? It can't have been much less than 10 years ago now. What? What?
10 years ago? He stopped working here 10 years ago.
There's well, nothing else important happened 10 years ago, isn't it? Aye, as I mind it. Do you ken I haven't heard the fella's name in all that time?
What?
That's a worry if he's gone missing, though.
But Mrs. Vigil made no mention of it.
I think perhaps, Mr. Naruhodo, that his wife simply doesn't know. I think she's unaware that he no longer works here. Oh boy.
Governor Caden, can you tell us what happened? Why did Mr. Vigil give up his job here?
That's important, is it?
Yes, I believe it may be.
What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo?
Mm-hmm. I can't help wondering, given that it was 10 years ago.
Oh!
Which was exactly when the professor was being held at this prison. Yeah, Professor Kate haunting us too,
I think the Professor case is definitely going to be that kind of
It's the
overarching...
omnibus!
Yeah, it's the omnibus of this case, I think, yeah.
So, Mr. Vigil actually resigned from the position of Chief Warder 10 years ago, you're telling us. What happened to make him leave the job?
In actual fact, he didn't leave the job willingly. He had no choice in the matter.
You mean he was dismissed?
It was after a particular walk.
Walk. Sorry, a walk.
A long walk of a short pier. Aye, that's our word for it in here. A walk to the gallows.
An execution?
It's the job of the chief warder to prepare the gallows tree and oversee any executions, you see.
Yeah.
Only Vigil did something unthinkable on that last walk he was manning.
What did he do?
I'm sorry, but I cannot reveal that information. But I can tell you that it's very rare for a chief warder to be relieved of his post.
Yeah, it's like, right. But why wouldn't Mrs. Vigil know about this? She appears to be under the impression that her husband still works here.
I wouldn't have ken any about it. I wouldn't have ken anything about that, I'm afraid.
Can you perhaps answer one more question about the circumstances of his dismissal?
And what would that be, Hen?
That last execution that Mr. Vigil was responsible for overseeing. Was it by any chance the professor's?
My thoughts exactly.
I'm sorry, I really am. But I'm not at liberty to answer that.
I see.
I mean, that's a yes, obviously. But
Okay, let's talk about Professor Mikakapa.
My father came to Britain all those years ago in order to study forensic medicine. But you seem to have been well acquainted.
the dead room, the prison, and the... it's really slipping now, isn't it? The dead room, the prison, and the cemetery have a lot to do with one another. After all, they need fresh corpses for forensic research, do you ken?
Yeah. Yes, I can imagine.
The advancement of medical science isn't always particularly palatable.
Your father worked in the laboratory just on the far side of the graveyard. In the basement of St. Sinners. It's still in use today.
Saint Sinners. That's come up before, I'm sure.
Yes, that's right. We've been there.
Is that what that was?
I guess so.
It really
The
felt.
more you know.
It really felt like a train tunnel.
It really
Like
fucking
one of
did.
those wee
Like,
shops that sits in like
What?
the train arches. Like,
Yeah.
The bridge
Yeah.
arches in London.
but it also felt like, in Utrecht, the grachtenpand. Like everything along the canals.
Yeah,
there.
that's true too. Yeah,
That's
really,
what
that
it-
kind
my
of
brain instantly went there. It's like,
close by mass transport hub
Yeah.
situation. Yeah, it's true.
next to the water potentially. Like,
Mm.
yeah,
Well, it did have a lot of damp.
it did. It did.
Mikatoba and I aft used to ride in a carriage together and negotiate terms.
I mean, for more fresh material, I suppose.
Aye, and we used to sit in here for hours and gab on about dissection and all sorts. Oh, it takes me back. Over a pot of tea and a plate of cough biscuits, of course.
How charming.
He was a good fella, your father. Reliable and dead set on his work. But I'm afraid I'll never understand you Japanese.
Because of Genshin Asugi, I suppose.
Well, I cannot tell you anything else.
Thank you so much for your time, Governor.
Oh, one moment before you're away, hen. I'm sure I have it here somewhere.
I like that he's casually carrying
An axe.
Yeah.
Just
The
in case.
hatchet there
Just in
in
case
case, like,
he
yeah.
needs. Yeah, a hatchet. You're right. It's not an axe. It's a hatchet. Yeah.
It's also an axe. An axe,
I mean, it's
a
an
hatchet, or
axe
is it?
chip.
It is.
I don't know. I think the hatchet's smaller, or is it just an? I don't know.
I think for a normal person, it might
Yeah,
be an
that is
axe.
possible,
For
yeah.
him, it's a hatchet.
Just in case he needs to do any on-the-cuff executions. Do you
Yeah.
reckon? I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Yeah, he'll make it choppy. Ah, found it. Here, take this as a wee souvenir of your visit to the prison.
What is it?
That's Vigil's dismissal notice. It's 10 years old now, of course. So it's out of GDPR.
Oh my, are you sure?
Aye, it's no trouble at all. It's no the original, mind.
Vigil's dismissal notice has been entered into the court record.
Why is it not the original? What did they do?
Uh,
Photocopy it.
The harsh reprimand incurred by Mr. Vigil 10 years ago that resulted in him losing his job as chief warder even at Berkeley Prison. Thank you very much, Governor Caden.
Well, in return, do me a favour and never come back here. Carbon paper. I forgot carbon paper existed. Yeah. That case is closed. I can't believe I forgot carbon paper existed.
Well, I think we ought to return to Baker Street for the time being.
Yes, I agree. We need to report back to Mr. Sholmes with what we found about Mr. Vigil.
Of which we'd obtained the first patent for carbon paper in 1806. Yeah, I would have been surprised if it hadn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, given that my mum used to actually do her bookkeeping stuff on carbon paper,
What
so
did
that she had multiple records. Yeah, she had like the top copy and then the yellow copy and the blue copy.
Holy shit.
And we've still got, I think, a stack of like carbon paper from the 70s downstairs somewhere. It's probably highly toxic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I used to be obsessed with stuff.
Mm,
I thought it was fascinating.
well, we've got a lot of it.
Yeah, I ain't
about that
touching
thick.
that. I
Literally.
purchased some last year.
Did you?
Yeah,
There you go. Newer carbon paper. Oh yeah, for lino cutting. I
Yes.
forgot.
yeah.
Anyway, yay.
But yeah, what will he tell Mrs. Vigil, I wonder? Well,
Well, you should probably check out the... Oh no, we can't check out the evidence. Okay.
actually, yeah, we
On one
can.
hand, you'd have been surprised, but at the same time, it felt like the kind of thing that would have just suddenly gotten big after World War One. It's possible that it suddenly got big, like, in the public. Like, maybe it wasn't that common outside of, like, government offices and things like that. I could believe that, too.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the original copy says the actual reason for him being sacked, and this is just the bullshit version. That's a good point, though.
God, yeah.
There's no data protection in prison. Yeah. Chief, we want to do it? Sorry,
Yeah, I'll
go
do it. Yeah, I'll do it. Notice of dismissal. Chief Warder Daily Vigil is relieved of his post with immediate effect for having violated Clause 132 of Her Majesty's Code of Conduct for Prison. All rights to redundancy pay and other financial benefits are fully revoked. Holy
Clause
shit.
132 of Her Majesty's Code of Conduct for Prisons. No prison warder shall be caught sniffing the women's gym equipment.
Reason for dismissal. Aiding and abetting the escape from the prison of convict. We know who that is. Just prior to his execution.
I did steal that joke,
Ah.
yes. Good
Details.
catch.
Details of this.
Sorry. Details.
Of this escape are still being investigated. Full cooperation with inquiries will be expected. Prison Governor Barry Caden. Additional notes. Indications are that the jailbreak plot was conceived prior to the convict's incarceration.
Incarceration.
I was gonna say, every
You
single
did
time.
good. Yeah.
It's believed that the convict engaged in some form of negotiation with prison staff in order to secure assistance. Full disclosure of information regarding these negotiations will be demanded.
I genuinely think that he was supposed to be let out. It was kind of like a let's just pretend to execute you situation. Just so... I don't know. I feel like he was set up. I don't know.
Oh, why is this all reset?
Oh, I guess because
Ah, look, we have an opportunity here now while the governor is
Oh.
away.
that's why, huh?
Mr. Naruto, you could be imprisoned if you were caught.
That's a good point. Perhaps not then.
I mean, please don't put your anything in that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, it was
okay,
just
that
like
just
an
it.
opportunity to snoop, and it, yeah.
Okay, well. I wonder if Mr. Sholmes is still at home. Yeah, I wonder.
I wonder.
I wonder if his hair is still red.
I wonder.
Sholmes is sweet. We're back!
Hello, you two.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be back before long, so I baked some scones for us all.
Ah, so that's what that... Ah!
Who had money on it being blue?
I thought we were on green.
We were on green, but yeah, anyway, Sholmes has been RGB chroma keyed, and I think possibly now we might be able to
Please, I need you to edit
somebody-
Sholmes for an icon. Make it our first animated icon. Chroma key
chroma
his
key
hair.
his hair.
Please.
Uh-huh.
Please, I need chroma key Sholmes also as a button.
Yeah, honestly, I agree. Greetings, my dear fellows! You've returned a good deal sooner than I was anticipating.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes? Say nothing! Your thoughts are written all over your faces in any case. It turns out that it may have been advisable to test my hair colour restoration tonic before application. Animate RGB changes to caramel. No. It's gotta have bad apple on it.
Oh God!
Oh my.
I think I prefer it as a redhead.
Pray tell me, what of our warder friend? Have you garnered some new information?
I see. Sherm heard about Genshin Impact. He just wants to be part of that. No, I don't like the blue better. I think I prefer the red.
I don't know. I think blue is less, because the blue is closer in tone to his original hair color. Like, it's less. It's different.
It's differently bad, yes.
But it does kind of work. But also, I hate it. Do you know? Mostly, actually, I hate the join where his
Yeah, the red was really bad for that too.
Yeah, the red was really painful on the saturation. But yeah, I hate his hairline. Yeah. Like on his forehead there.
Yeah,
There's
I know.
something about the way it joins his head there that's
Which
just...
yeah, exactly. It's fine when it's lighter because it kind of it doesn't look so jarring.
He did say that this happened to all the hair on his body. So extrapolate that as you will. Unless you think he waxes, which is also possible. He doesn't have arm hair. I think he's probably got really fine arm hair. Or actually, he's probably burnt it all off with his experimentation. Or in fact, he does wax. I think this man probably waxes, don't you?
Yeah. It's probably easy with all the disguises he wears.
I reckon, yeah.
I mean, he also likes to dress up as a woman. So I think he absolutely waxes.
That's true, yeah. Full body waxing, I think.
Yeah, I'm on team full body waxing.
Mm-hmm.
He probably developed some crazy great technique for it.
You're very likely. He's probably got, like, in his room, do you reckon he's got like a full body waxing machine where you just get in with just your head sticking out and then the whole machine just slathers you in wax and then just rips it off?
Maybe he uses Caramac.
Maybe he does use
caramel pass.
Yeah, the caramel. It's the caramel bar, yeah. Do you reckon that he actually developed the technique to make a perfect imprint after seeing the wax / caramel bar and going like, oh, that made a great impression. I think I see something there. Pocket-size molding device. A full-body waxing gun. Oh, God, imagine. Just walking on the street, minding your own business. Poof! Whoa!
Please read your line.
Pray, tell me, what of our warder friend? Have you garnered some new information? I think I actually already read that line, but okay.
Yes, something very surprising, in fact, though it's not a patch. Oh, sorry, though it's not a patch on your hair, to be honest.
It most certainly isn't, but still, we discovered that...
Sholmes?
Sholmes! Drop everything, Sholmes! This is more important!
Gina? Uh-oh.
I can't Adam and Eve it! What's happened?
Please tell me Greggy's okay.
Alright. Clearly a very grave matter indeed. For Miss Lestrade made no mention of my hair whatsoever. This boss!
Oh no!
Oh boy, oh no.
What do you mean? Inspector Gregson?
The boss is... He's dead.
What?! No way! Wow! I did think... can't believe they killed Gregson.
Yeah. And, I mean, I know that
Yeah.
there have been a slew of people
Yeah.
who've died and haven't actually died, but I think... I think we've had probably enough of those.
Yeah.
That...
Please tell me they faked it. Please tell me they faked it.
What about the chips? Well, why do you think he died?
God.
He's just keeled over in the street. The doctor said it was his arteries. They said it was a miracle he was still walking. They just found his body shot with a pistol.
What?
Fucking hell. But Inspector Gregson, you can't really fake that, really, can
No.
you? Shot with a pistol.
Damn. Jeez. He was murdered?
No, not Gregsy.
Come in, my dear girl. Tell us the whole story.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I wonder if the warden is actually the Reaper. Like,
Jesus.
that would be... I don't...
The unassuming, like, you know.
Potentially, although...
Yeah. Oh. Are you serious, Gina? Inspector Gregson was... He was really shot?
I don't know much about what happened myself yet. I'm still there, investigating the scene. Where did this take place? Oh, a little rented room in a building full of flats on Fresno Street. The outskirts of town, nowhere near his home. He was perhaps investigating a case then. The thing is, no one at the yard knows nothing about no case around there. Oh, how strange. The boss was... He was so good to me. I know I ain't up to much yet, but one day I was going to show him. I was going to show him I'd become a proper detective.
Oh, Ginny.
Yeah, or the body was moved.
Yeah,
Is
or-
that possible?
Yeah, I know about the leaked secrets. Meet me. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
possible, actually.
Ugh. So, who did this? Do you have any idea who the culprit is? Or are you just forgetting that it was literally on the hit list?
I mean, yeah, we forget a lot of things. Don't forget. I got him already. Already? Oh, I see.
They've caught the shooter so soon.
A witness reported something was going on, and the boys got straight down there and took care of him.
Who? What awful person did this?
Oh, I still can't believe it myself. Gina? It was the Reaper!
Wait a minute. You don't mean they've arrested Lord Van Zieks for it?
That's right! That Reaper bloke's gone and shot the boss!
Can you imagine Van Zieks with a gun?
I don't think that's his style. No, I agree. Impaled by wine bottle, yeah.
Yeah,
Broken
yeah,
stem
yeah.
of goblet right through the throat, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No. Mm-mm.
You know what that means?
We get to defend him.
We get to defend Van Zieks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 They did a classic.
They did a
Love
classic
it.
classic Ace Attorney switcheroo. Love it.
No! Lord Van Zieks.
Maybe blunt force trauma from a wine bottle. Yeah, right?
Yeah, there we go. Lord Van Zieks.
But we all know that he's not the Reaper, so...
Yeah.
Are you quite sure, Mr. Strad? It's Baroque Van Zieks. The police have arrested.
Also, one person guy. Yeah, I saw Van
No,
Zieks
right?
do it.
Yeah, I
Use
saw
the
him do
gun.
it. It was a Reaper, wasn't it? Yeah, you thought the last case of game 1 we'd have to do this. Yeah, I wondered about
Yeah.
that too, but I actually
same.
didn't realise that we had 2 games in this.
No, me neither.
So, Van Zieks was told to investigate by Strongheart. Yeah, so he was in the wrong place at...
wrong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or he was set up by the Pokemon villain.
Yeah, I'm on team setup.
Yeah, and you bet the missing guy is it. I suspect the missing guy has more to do with it than yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him with my own eyes in the interview room at the yard. I don't believe it. But there were witnesses, and they're all saying it was him.
Yeah, very convenient. As
Yeah.
if he were just out and about and playing
No,
fucking
exactly,
daylight.
yeah.
So you mean there were actually multiple witnesses? They heard the gunshot, apparently. And when our lot got to the scene, there was only the boss and that Reaper bloke in the room.
Okay. But there's no way Lord Van Zieks would have taken Gregson's life. I just don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
If this is me, we get to see Van Zieks behind bars.
Oh, I hope so. Thank you for informing us, Miss Lestrade. This really is the most terrible news. I'm dreadfully sorry.
What are you saying sorry for? You didn't do nothing! Well, anyway.
No, we will not see Van Zieks in normal clothes.
No, that man would go to jail in an orange suit. But it would be like a fancy orange suit with bosom-hugging curves and a frilly neckerchief.
I'm taking a cab over the scene right now. Please come and all as soon as you can. You've got to help.
Love how it already is here that they go, the witnesses saw him do it, and then, well, they heard the gunshot now, right? It's a detective's lot to appear wherever some sinister plot has unfolded. Little wonder we all look haggard. Sometimes these things are almost too much for the nerves.
Mr. Sholmes.
What use is there in being a great detective if I fail to see something like this coming, huh? How could I let this happen to Gregson? To Gregson! Mr. Naruhodo, I shall leave at once to begin my investigations.
Of course, yes. We will too.
It would be helpful if you could talk to Mr. Reaper and see what you can glean. I'm sure you were intending to do so anyway. Until later then. They tried to assassinate Van Zieks and he was defended by plot armor. Oh, that's a good point there.
Ooh. Did Greggy...
Oh, they are trying to set him up.
Yeah. Inspector Gregson dead. And Lord Van Zieks arrested.
Oh no, Susie! I've called you a hansom. It's waiting outside.
Thanks, Iris. Shall we, Mrs. Otto?
Yes.
Move.
Move.
A new location has been added. Fresno Street Room.
That we also need to go to the prison.
First we'll go to the prison.
Do you think this might be a good time? I don't know. Do you think so? Oh, look at him! Look at his little face! Oh, he's so angry! Oh, he's
Just
oh, he's
sitting
so
there reading.
cross!
Yeah, I'm probably,
Are you gonna make me start tomorrow with this?
there he is. Lord Van Zieks behind bars.
He is gonna have a lot of words, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
So it's true. He really was arrested.
He's sitting with his back to the wall, reading something. I don't think he's noticed us.
Mostly racist ones. Possible.
Lord Van Zieks?
Fancy meeting you here.
Mm.
The last place on Earth I'd like to be, with the last person on Earth I'd like to see.
Oh, he's pleased to see us.
Yeah, he missed us. Aww.
I couldn't very well not come. You heard what happened. That you that Inspector Gregson was.
Go home. This has nothing to do with you.
Or very few words other than fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
But
Forgive me, Lord Van Zieks, but I must disagree. I like how she's just standing there looking sideways. Like, she's just talking to the opposite wall. Like, I must disagree.
also, she seems to be way taller than she normally is.
Yeah, well, she's on a box.
Ah.
All the prison cells are like
I
a little
think-
further down towards
Yeah,
the
I think
floor.
it's literally in the ground. They must have pulled his model down because
Yeah.
otherwise you can't see his face.
No, I agree. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Inspector Gregson was very helpful to us on a number of occasions. And he was really fun to speak to. I'm
Yeah.
really sad. We're indebted to him. And to the very least, we owe it to him to find out the truth about his death.
And we'll never figure out how he got infinite chip and fish.
Oh, we'll never know. You must help us with our investigations, please. There's really nothing I can tell you.
What were you just reading at the back of the cell there? Was it something related to the case?
Look, it was smutty gay fan fiction, if it's any of your business. This? The Yard isn't quite so cavalier with its information as to share case details with a suspect. This is a letter from an old acquaintance.
Oh boy, I'm sorry that we're still doing this.
Oh, who might that be? Someone you know, as it happens. Albert Hairbrain.
You couldn't have said Albert Hairbrain, Jesus Christ, man!
Yeah, it's been like, what? Not that long.
No.
Couple weeks?
Yeah. Of course, yes. I keep forgetting they went to the same university. No, you didn't!
He was right. And I would like to read my correspondence in peace. So let's get this over with, shall we? What is it you want to know?
Strange. I mean, let's face it, Lord Van Zieks never minces his words. But they seem to have less bite than usual somehow. There we go.
Look at him, he's locked up.
Just
He's
gonna quickly
locked
save.
up like a little locked up.
Look at him staring angrily through his little prison
so
window.
Man, look at him! Look at him! He's so angry!
It's so through the floor. I can't unsee this.
am I right?
Like,
Do you think maybe normally he wears those lifted boots and they took them off? And now he's just in his socks.
oh my god. Yes. Like, it's also so funny because the table is way too
Yeah,
high.
right?
Like, oh,
Yeah.
shit.
You gotta be on his knees to have his sight. I think so, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like there's no way in hell that bolt is that high up, like around
No.
his waist. It would normally be like around like low hip-ish area.
Yeah.
Like
It's very jarring.
I would actually give anything to see
Into the full
in
zoomed
the
out.
full zoomed out view
Yeah.
and see what is going on with his model.
Yeah.
I'm just dying to learn what happened. Right, Gregson? Greg is... Oh, yeah. I really hope that Iris didn't write that mean thing about him that she was going to write. I think
But-
she probably did, because it's been long enough. Because,
a
do you
good
remember?
point.
Because he didn't let
Yeah.
us through that one time, so she was like, I'm going to write something really mean about you in the Rants magazine.
Oh yeah.
Man.
I just realised.
Hmm?
We're not gonna get to use our counter in this case, are we? Do you think he's gonna like yeet bottles at us for doing a piss poor job
I
of
hope
defending
so.
him?
I really hope they're going to let him have his bottles in court, just as sort of a last hurrah. We'll leave it up anyway, just...
Yeah.
Or we'll, like, make up our own counter. Like, this is where he would have thrown a bottle. This is where he would have chucked his goblet into the fire. That was definitely a crush moment. I just want them to, like, actually do the actions
Yeah.
without him having the objects, actually. So he's just instinctively doing it. Like, crushing my oh, there's no goblet. Forgive me, your lordship. for crushing the thin air where my goblet would normally be. But my defense attorney is an idiot. And Japanese to boot. Sorry, Nipponese. So who'll be prosecuting? It's a good point.
Kazuma.
Oh my god, can you...
I
Yeah.
bet it's Kazuma. I have a horrible feeling it's gonna be Kazuma anyway.
Yeah, I think... Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I see that you're sharing the brain cell between you and Ganondoodles today.
Yeah. It would make sense.
Yeah.
He's been training under Van Zieks.
Yeah, but it's only been a couple months. But,
He's
I
a
mean,
fast
he's
learner.
a defense lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Eh.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Is it a hive mind when we just pass a brain cell around between us through the ether? Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think it counts.
Well, tomorrow,
We'll be
hopefully,
back, hopefully, with the rest of whatever the fuck is going on here.
when brain cell many users. Yeah. All editing at once, like a really chaotic Google document.
Yeah, I have a feeling, by the way, this is going to be a very long investigation indeed.
This is going
before
to be
we
an
get to court.
extraordinarily long investigation before we get to court. Yeah.
Yeah.
You called having to defend Van Zieks, but you may also have called having to do so against Kazuma, though, well, he is still brainwashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's kind of like, maybe like, I don't know. Yeah. No, this is the second to last one, right? Or is this...
Actually, I can check because I don't want to misquote.
'Cause I can't remember. I just remember being
So I'm
surprised
saving one
that...
more time for this.
No, that's cool.
Unspeakable story.
But yeah, like Twisted Karma in his last bow. Yeah.
Title, yeah. Come on.
Second to last. Chapter title. Is
Sorry,
it?
I keep forgetting that it doesn't let me.
Mm.
I need to. I just. Yes.
The save for posterity. Yep.
Oh, we get to look
Oh,
at
we
the
get to look
prison.
at the prison. Okay, cool. Fun.
Oh, this is the wrong one. Sorry. Resolve. So we've done this one. Done this one.
Yeah, this is the one we're on now, and then
Yeah, so
yeah,
this is
then
the
there's the
second to
final
last
chapter,
one.
the
Yeah.
resolve of. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yep.
I guess that was indeed Gregson's last bow.
Yeah.
Although his last bow was originally a Sherlock Holmes adventure.
Yeah.
So God knows, maybe we'll lose Sholmes too. You're about to say you hope Van Zieks has a strong knees because he's going to sit around for an entire day there until we get to talk to him. Yep. Don't worry, I think he might be used to it.
I wasn't gonna say it, so you did.
Well,
it
I
for
did.
me. I'm
Yep.
very pleased. Well, okay. Do you have anything else to add?
No, I'm just looking at...
What are you looking at?
I was just looking at his last bow, some reminiscences of Sherlock Holmes.
Ah,
The 1917 collection of previously published Sherlock Holmes stories by British writer Arthur Conan Doyle, including the titular short story His Last Bow, The War Service of Sherlock Holmes. Boop. His Last Bow, an epilogue of Sherlock Holmes, is its later title. Is one of 56 short stories. The narration is in third person, instead of the first person narration usually provided by the character of Dr. Watson, and it's a spy story rather than a detective mystery. Oh yeah, I skipped through this one, I think. Because it was not my favourite. Due to its portrayal of British and German spies on the eve of the war, its publication during the First World War, and its patriotic themes, the story has been interpreted as a propaganda tool intended to boost morale for British readers. Awkward. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Like, you can't make this up. On the eve of the First World War, the German agent von Bork.
Von Bork.
Von Bork. VONBORK. Von Bork. Okay. Yeah, he's getting ready to leave England with his vast collection of intelligence gathered over a 4-year period. His wife and household have already left for Harwich, for Flushing. Flushing in the Netherlands? Flushing?
Flushing?
Okay. Leaving only him and his elderly English housekeeper. Von Bork's associate, Baron von Hurling. Yeah. Bloody blah. Anyway, I don't know. It's not my favourite story. My goodness, God, this is so dry compared to the usual Holmes stories as well. It's like, you know, Holmes and Watson take Von Bork and the evidence to Scotland Yard. In reference to the impending war, Holmes says, "There's an east wind coming, Watson." Watson misinterprets the meaning of the words and says, "I think not, Holmes. It is very warm." To which Holmes replies, "Good old Watson, you're the one fixed point in a changing age. There's an east wind coming all the same. Such a wind as never blew on England yet. It will be cold and bitter, Watson, and a good many of us may wither before its blast. But it's God's own wind nonetheless, and a cleaner, better, stronger land will lie in the sunshine when the storm has cleared." And honestly, I hate that. He really balked his job.
Yeah, this is, I mean, I gotta say, this is kind of what happens when they don't let you kill your blorbo, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it is. It really is. Well, the fact that yeah, I mean, I've read before he killed him off and post killing him off. And much like the BBC adaptation of Sherlock Holmes, it was never quite the same afterwards. Ever. He was so tired. The dead donkey was being beaten.
Mm-hmm.
And Sholmes is for sure a donkey. The jury suggests sentencing the defendants to jail with Van Zieks for the night. Yeah, I mean...
We're okay with that.
We hereby find the kobolds guilty of building suspense. We are.
Yeah. I take dibs on the bed, though. It's not large enough for Van Zieks anyway.
No, it's true, it's not.
I can sit on this tiny little stool.
Yep.
It's probably best for his back.
I think
and
it's
legs.
good. Yeah, it's good for his back.
Mm-hmm.
2 kobolds on the bed and 1
Yeah.
Van Zieks on the stool. He
Yeah.
can read his letter over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we should get going.
Yes! Sorry, I didn't mean to. I just wanted to. I couldn't remember which story his last bow was.
No,
so.
I understand. Context. Important.
Or alternatively, his last bow. And, you know, he sells his violin. Finally pawns it and somebody picks it up before he can pick it back up again. And, yeah. Anyway, your doohickeys.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry. Well then. Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow.
Aye.
Migraines notwithstanding.
Mm.
That's how he pays his rent. Yeah, exactly. He sells everything off at the pawn shop. With a W. P-A-W-N. We had a whole case about it.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming to our stream. Don't forget, keep the cart in your heart.
Aye.
Don't steal my cookies. Or do, that's why there's only 2 left. You take them, they grow back. Always follow the kobold motto: live, laugh, loot, objection! And until next time, we hope you'll be well. Good night.
Good night.